Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome and thank you very much for tuning in. We're about to get started. It is a great thing of what you're seeing, a really good thing. And I'm so grateful to have you. We are going to begin shortly. Thank you for tuning in. Rock with us. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, officially beginning our day with some amazing Apex Legends. It's going to be a fun ride today. We have some great new teams. I love it when we have these qualifiers and a lot of new teams come in trying to make a name for themselves and get on board. Apologies for the long wait. We usually start a little quicker, but man, oh man, here we are live from Court Battle Studios. I am so excited here. CourtBattleLeague.com, brought to you by MadGamer.com's presentation of Apex Legends, the tournament series that we are beginning. It is going to be a big time blast, and we hope you guys have some fun and enjoy it with us. I am your host, Mad Gamer, as you know. I'm gonna move over a little to the side here. This desk here, we gotta get a bigger desk so we can have more guests sit with us. But thank you so much for tuning in. I am your host, Mad Gamer. The show is just getting started. We appreciate you guys for the wait. We are about to get underway. The teams are locked in already, and we're gonna try to speed up this intro and just discuss everything for you guys quickly. All right, so stay with us. Hope you follow along and go forward. Apex Legends is an amazing battle royale game that we host tournaments for. We have a tournament series, and today we are going to be playing what we call match point format. This is a special format made by the Respawn team, and it was an incredible thing that we love, and I'm so excited. We're going to talk about that shortly as the games begin, but I want to just show you, invite everybody to go ahead and do yourself a favor, jump on board to the schedule and get in these games. You are more than welcome to as we go forward. That is exactly what we're going to do right now. For everybody that wants to jump in, just go to our Discord, sign up, and you're good to go. We thank you guys so much for tuning in and getting on board with us as we go forward. That being said, let's take a quick second to quick look at the roadmap. You're going to be playing in these qualifiers all of November and some of December so that you can enter into our majors. First is these community events, aka qualifiers, and then we're going to go into the majors right after. So it should be good, and it should be exciting, and it's going to be a blast, to say the least. With that in mind, here we are with the format. Match point system is pretty simple. All right. Your teams are going to be trying to get to 50. And the way you get to 50 is pretty simple. You got placement points, and then you have the amazing elimination points. And the way that works is placement points, you're going to get 12 points for being first place. Second place will get 9 points. Third place will get 7 points, and so on and so on. And then as far as eliminations, it's 1 point for first round eliminations, 2 points for second round eliminations, 3 points for third round eliminations, and it keeps going. And that's a beautiful thing from there. And we really love what's going on. And this is it. We're about to get started right now. Super excited about this. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to get the games rolling right now once we get the teams in here and we get going. So if you have any questions, it's pretty open to the public. Apologies for interrupting that. I just wanted to make sure that's clear. Have any questions about the format or how do you enter, anything like that, feel free to jump in. But all right, so the way it works is teams are trying to get to 50 through placement and kills. Yes, that is the start of the tournament. The moment that they reach 50, they have reached the match point threshold. That means that they are eligible to winning the match, but the only way to win is to get first place overall. That is pretty much the only way to enter and win. So go ahead and hope that your team can make it, hope that you can get the job done, and hope that we can make it happen going forward. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're about to get started. Just give you a chance to look at the leaderboards and go ahead and vote who you think is going to win today. All righty, ladies and gentlemen, it is going down right now. I'm so excited for this next game. It's going to be a blast. We hope you guys enjoy this as we go forward. There's a lot going on in the back scenes, and that's why I'm getting word on and off. And there's so much happening, guys. I mean, I wish I could just cast, but there's a lot of management and a lot of going on. So apologies for the quick delay. We're waiting for one team to officially get in and be secured, and then we're good to go from here. Very exciting because I like to see new teams building a name for themselves. We've had the world champions play in our tournaments last season. The ALGS world champions come in and play. We've had multiple pro players, top content creators, and so much more. I'm very excited about this. Should be a really good night for us as we go forward. It should be exciting. And thank you guys for tuning in, and I cannot wait. And super excited about this. And give me 1 second. We're going to go ahead and get this ball rolling as we go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in effect. We've had some small technical difficulties with some teams. Again, these are some new teams that don't know what they're doing, and we just trying to help them along the way. You know, we're not managing teams, we're hosting tournaments for them. So teams are supposed to manage themselves. Sometimes we have young folks or people that are unorganized trying to figure it out. But we got it underway. It's going down right now. First game. I'm very excited. Had to deal with some small team unorganized issues, but we figured it out. And man, oh man, I'm excited about this. It should be a good time going forward. Hope you guys enjoy and get ready to see some exciting Apex Legends. That being said, guys, welcome aboard. It's about to be a good night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, officially, no more distractions. We're in the games. Officially starting right now. And one of the best parts about starting these qualifiers this week is we got a brand new map, a new legend, and so much more. It's very exciting, and I'm super excited about it as a player, but also as a host. You get to see people put in some work with some brand new legends and things like that. So very, very excited to see how we go from here. And it should be a fun ride for all of us watching. Very, very exciting stuff. So, as you can see right now, this brand new map called Storm Point. It's large. It's the biggest map that we've seen in Apex. There's a lot of new features in it as well. Just some very big changes that you can see and kind of help yourself along the way to understand what is going on. And there's just tons of stuff to discuss with this, and of course we'll do it throughout the matchups and try to give you guys some insight on that. But as you can see right here, a really great drop starting off hot, and we'll take a look at the map for a second just to give you guys a quick overview of who and what is going on. And as we see, there's two teams right now already in the thick of it. As you hear right now, Team Sat trying to get some work done and make it happen, and looking really good right now. Team Sat getting the job done here, eliminating one of the players. As you can see, it's a really good start for them, and they pretty much wiped out Team Boz, and they're pretty comfortable right now to start off this run. A really good start for them, and of course nothing like having a Loba to be able to loot up and get the ball rolling from there. And this is exactly how you want to start the game. Get yourself some kills, you get some points off of it. Also, you get to control the area you're in. You don't have to worry so much about, you know, running around looking for loot. You pick it up quick and you're in the action. So really solid start for Team Sat. And just so everybody knows, we have some great teams who have played with us before. We have some brand new teams that is also playing with us, and it's gonna be interesting to see all of them collide and get together and do their thing. So should be a fun time for everybody. That being said, let's take our time. and float around and just start talking about this. Team SWAT Esports trying to make a name for themselves, picking up the car. I did this earlier today. I played this morning. I woke up at 6 in the morning and played Apex first thing without even eating breakfast. And man, oh man, that car is so nice. I put it on twice. That's how nice it is. And I actually feel, I'm starting to feel like the car at the moment is the best gun in the game. Top 3 for me right now, guaranteed. I feel like I can use it as if it was an R301. And I know that's a big statement, but I do believe if you learn the recoil, you can really do some great work with it. So really excited about that, and to see how it becomes meta in this game going forward. Speaking of meta, Team Envy coming in the building trying to show us what they got, and you can tell they have some really good legends. And I do believe I do believe that Valkyrie will be one of the best legends in this game going forward, as far as she's already in the top 5, but now she might move up higher just because the vertical play in this map is tremendous. So super excited about what we're going to see from them, and I'm really happy about what we got going on from there. With that in mind, switching on over, Team Raven Alpha, one of the most well-known teams in our tournaments. They have been one of the most consistent of all of the teams, showing up consistently and putting in work in the first season. Now we're going into season 2 with these qualifiers, and they're trying to make a name for themselves and get the championship. They made it into the championship rounds but did not win. But man, we will see what they can do today. Should be an interesting run. We're gonna go ahead and rotate around and take a look. We got the one and the only Rampage. This team was a lot of fun to watch during our first season. They as well been around since the beginning of these events and did a good job competing. Of course, getting to the championship is never enough, especially if you know you were right there to win it all, but couldn't capitalize. And that's what happens with some of these teams here that you're seeing. So I'm sure they're coming back with a vengeance for this year to take over and to do things right. And I love to see them, and thank you and welcome back to our events. And speaking of new teams, this right here is probably the team to watch. As you see, they already have an Ash, and personally, I think Ash has moved up as one of the best legends for this season. Of course, she's going to have the highest pick rate because she's new, but I do think she's going to stay in the meta. I think her ultimate is very useful. It's a one-way portal, so you can do a lot of good things with that. And then on top of that, her passive is really powerful. It might get nerfed at some point. I prefer it not to, but I do believe it will. And the way it works is that if you see the map, you can see where people's death boxes are just from opening up your map. So as we see right now, Team Boss Group are going in on some action, trying to push the pace and get some things rolling. And I'm really happy about what I see from them. Should be fun. And I like this right now. Ash coming in hot, just pushing the pace, using that wingman. That's a skill-based weapon. And look at this, getting some good thermite grenade damage done. And they are fighting a Pathfinder, so you know he's very slick and his movement is really good. They are coordinating very well. I like what I'm seeing here. Downing one of the players, and they're pushing the pace, trying to get in on the action, trying to find the angles. And this is a tough building to get to unless you're using grappling. And there you go, taking down Bloodhound. One last player left. Can they survive? And they're going to escape out of there and hope to get some placements. We don't know if they're going to make it out alive, but it is a good fight right now by Team Boz, showcasing, and this is a brand new team, first time ever playing in our tournaments, and they're coming in hot and heavy. Just to give you guys a tiny background, these guys are building their own esports organizations and really trying to build their teams to the next level. So you might see these guys win the qualifiers at some point, make it into the majors. And, you know, as we do, we try to promote people into ALGS. We basically host these events as ways to get you there as far as practice goes, exposure, building your team chemistry, and everything in between. So you never know if you see Boz in the fight. We might see a future champion, just like we saw last year, future champions of the ALGS playing in our events. So big props to them for taking out 2 players there. We're going to move around to Omega, who has a fight right now. As you can see, Team Raven Omega looking to fight against Delta, and they're both kind of using their caustics against each other. Nobody's actually pushing just yet, but they are surrounding each other, trying to figure that out. As you can see right here, really good caustic ultimate right inside, and it's going to cause a little bit of damage. This building's too big to do a lot of damage, but it's good enough to start making a little bit of noise. Really good stuff right here by Team Delta to try to force their way in, and they actually get the opposite team to use Valkyrie ult to get out, and that is a perfect setup by them right there. Smart moves is all I can say. And there's going to be a lot of action kicking off right now in just a second, so be ready for that. And we're going to go ahead and rotate and check that out very quickly. As you can see right now, Team Omega has lost the player, and they're trying to figure it out right now. Sadly, this type of stuff happens, and your job as a player, if you can revive your teammates, okay. If not, go for placement. This is a tournament. It's not a one-game event. You're basically trying to score as much points as possible. So right now, they have a decision to make. Are they going to go back and risk trying to get their teammates, or will they fall back? And that is a question, and we're going to find out shortly. And great stuff by Team Delta right here to push back Omega. And we're going to go ahead and see if he's going to take it. I honestly feel like he's playing it smart right now. Very smart. But I don't think he's going to be able to pick up his teammates. It's a tough task to ask. And we're going to go ahead and rotate this view so you can check out another team here in a second. Team Omega is trying to escape here. Looks like they're going to be gunned down as they rotate around, and they're just going to try to survive this scenario. Let's see if he can get this off. It's possible. It looks pretty clear. Great job, and he does get away. But it looks like Team Sags out here still hunting. They're doing a good job because there's a second team in the vicinity. Should be some fun times right now for these guys. Already scoring some good points, and they want to get that placement as well. They're in 9th place right now. Higher you go, the more points you get. Of course, you're trying to reach 50, so that's the most important. Using this triple take, couldn't really get no shots off, and now they're going to have to back off and regroup. One of these situations is where you don't have a good position, and a team is going to push you and take you out completely. So it's very possible. And right now, Team Delta is the team that's shooting down at them, and you really love what you see from both of these teams. We're going to take a quick overview on both sides so you can see both sides here. And on the bottom is Team Sag, and on the top left is Team Delta. It's about to get crazy for Team Sag because they actually have another team, two teams in front of them, so they're gonna have to fight Team Delta or fight the two teams in front of them. So it could get very wild. Let's go right into their point of view so we can get a better view and see what is going down right now. And here it is. It begins. It's looking like Team Delta pushing in very hard. One of their players gets taken down, overly aggressive there, but good stuff. They take down all three players from Team Sag, and once again Team Delta dealing that damage and getting the job done. And that is just a start because they have two teams right in front of them in that cave, so they're gonna have to be very, very careful about how they play this next position. And the ring is going to be closing on the opposite right. So great stuff by Team Delta, and we've seen these guys before, but just as you guys know, teams change players and substitute and do a lot of different things, so you can't expect the same setup. Players change drastically, and it's a really good look because you get to see a whole different synergy, play styles, and so much more. So super interested to see how this one plays out between them. And I think they're going to be comfortable enough to rotate comfortably with the teams behind them. Two teams behind them. There's only 7 teams left, so that right there is a really good look. And let's just rotate over to the Rampage. They're trying to get back into the majors here with some good shots, laying it down, taking care of business so far, and really putting in some work. And I'm liking what I'm seeing by all of these guys. We're going to give you guys a second and allow you to just listen to the game audio just to get a feel of how the new map sounds, and maybe they upgraded some audio changes as we go. All right, that was enough of that, ladies and gentlemen. We are back, just patiently waiting for Rampage as they slowly push this team here, trying to get aggressive. There's only 6 teams left. It's getting real out here, guys. This is the moment of truth, to be honest with you. This is where you see who is the top dogs. All right, everybody can get a couple kills and do a little bit of damage and things like that, but it's only when you get to the final ring you can see who has the clutch gene and the ability to win it all. So we're gonna find out very shortly here, as there's many teams that have the chance. And we're gonna just rotate around. Look at Team DIB. I love this team. They were around last year, but he is down to his last player, and I like what I'm seeing. It should be a good one so far. Speaking of good one, Brit Boys right here. We've seen them before, and they're pretty cool crew here. We're gonna see what they can do to make a name for themselves. They put themselves some new players on their team, so should be interesting. They're in the middle between two teams, so they're gonna have to take the fight and try to win it as best as possible. And look at this, the Horizon ult, but she goes down as she calls it. So we're gonna see how the Brit Boys play this. They are outside of the ring for the moment, but it's about to close, and they're gonna have their chance shortly to get in and try to make a move. So super interesting with so many teams in this scenario. And right now they're going ahead and making a push, getting one of their players down, trying to survive and make a fight for their teammates, and they completely lose him. And this is the tough part. Only 3 players left. We're going to rotate around and take a look at Rampage, who feels like they have the best position in the game, using Ash's ultimate. I love that thing. And really solid work right now, getting some good shots off and burning down Watson down below. As you can see, great stuff. Shots being rained off, and I'm loving it at the moment. Team Rampage doing a good job, but they are getting hit from both teams, so they have to be very careful about this situation. Shots being rained off. Ash looking real good. Disaster trying to make a name for himself, get himself this win. It's very possible. Good shots popping off, but he's getting double teamed. And what type of synergy was that? Team Sat really put in the work and laid him flat as they continue to break it like that. Great shots popped off, looking real good. They are not soft. They ready to get it going and stop anybody in their way. Today might be their day with only 3 players left. They can get that W. Okay, we're gonna see right now. Swapping shields, getting healed and ready to pop off for real, shooting that steal. Oh my goodness. Team Sat about to bring it back and put in work just like that. I like this team composition. Loba's very useful in the end game, and of course Watson's a winner. They are on the outside, so it's going to be a dangerous situation for them. They have Team Brit in the backside trying to push them. They take down one of Team Brit's players. Now Team Brit's going to have to find a way to survive them. Team Sat really aggressive. Great shots popping off, getting it done. Oh my goodness. I'm loving this gun play, putting in work. And there it is, completely annihilating the Brits. Last team left is Rampage with only 2 players, and Team Sat right next door. They are about to finish this match right now. We're going to see what happens here. Steer's ultimate definitely is useful. We're gonna see how they play this. They got to be very careful. I'm liking the aggressiveness by Team Sat, and there it is for the win. Perfectly done. Amazing stuff. I love what I see from Team Sat to start this off with a bang, and it was perfectly played by Team Sat, and that's the type of games we want to. So great stuff and first game by Team Sat, and I mean every team helped us get a first good game. There's a lot more games, but we're gonna just give you guys a replay of this one for a second. But man, oh man, it was a great finish by Team Sat. You can tell they had the momentum before this round started, and they really put in the work. It's going to be hot. I love what I'm seeing by them. You can see right here, they just were lighting it up, taking out Team Brit boys, and then right after getting into the fight with Rampage. And I got this on a little bit of a slow motion so you can see some tactics. Sometimes it helps to watch things like this and see every single detail that you can to actually learn something. Really great stuff by these guys. And of course, a lot of healing going on, but that's a part of the game. You want to stay alive. You want to keep fighting. You want to keep rolling on everything that you've been doing. And right now we're going to see this finish right here. They realized they only had 2 players against them, so they had the advantage, and all they had to do was push this. As you can see, they pushed the pace and wipe out and get the win. And that right there, my friends, is game 1 of multiple games that we are going to be having. We're going to show you the leaderboards. We're going to show you the stats, show you everything. But first, we want to welcome you to jump on board with us. Go ahead and get to our calendar. Check it out. All of November, we have matchups and tournaments for you guys, all qualifiers throughout the month. You are welcome to join and sign up through our setup here. Everybody is welcome. So feel free to jump on board and get in on the action. But that in mind, guys, feel free to go to our Discord and sign up to our tournaments. It's very easy to get in on these. Okay. With that in mind, we're going to quickly discuss the actual roadmap. Basically, you're going to go from these qualifiers into our majors and then into our championships. As you can see here on the left, the community events are the qualifiers. And then the majors are going to be later on. All of November and some of December are for the qualifiers only. Okay, so understand the way it all works. With that in mind, we are going to be having an amazing, I'm talking about top tier qualifiers, because there's a lot of new teams, and then the original teams have informed me that they will be back. It's going to be a really good time for us. With that in mind, thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with us. I want to go ahead and give you guys the format as we go forward. Ladies and gentlemen, the format is pretty simple. It's very, very simple. All you got to do is reach 50. That's all you got to do. So it's very simple. The way you get to 50 is through placement points. If you're first place, you get 12. If you're second place, you get 9. If you're third place, you get 7. Of course, eliminations can get you points too. And the funny part is our qualifiers has added a little twist to the match point system and added a multiplier. Basically, first round is 1 point for eliminations. Second round is 2 points. Third round is 3 points, and so on. And we keep on building from there. And that's how we go from there. So with that in mind, feel free to get on board with us on these tournaments. Everyone is welcome to enter. It doesn't take much, doesn't take long. So feel free to get involved and jump on board through our Discord, and you can play in these events. We're going to go into game 2 because nobody has reached 50. I'm pretty sure. We're going to show you the scoreboards. We're going to show you all the details shortly. Feel free to get excited for it once the scores are updated. All right, so give me a second here. We're going to get it going. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just waiting for See the One You Envy to tell us the scoreboards as we go. We hope you guys enjoyed that first game. I'm going to take a look at the scoreboards. I usually wait until she confirms, but not sure what's going on today's updates. I'm guessing this is the final scores. Of course, it will update live before our eyes as we go forward. As you can see right now, Team SAD has 22. SAD with 22 points. That was a big game for them. They really went hard, not only winning, but they got a lot of kills, guys. All right, 12 points for the first placement, and then they scored 10 points. So they pretty much dominated this first game. Really, really, really great stuff. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen for game number 2. Again, we're just getting started, so get ready, get started as we go forward. Thank you guys for tuning in, and it's been an honor and a privilege to get this going. Again, we usually have world champions in here in our events, so who knows if that's what we're going to have on this next one. It'll be very exciting to see if one of these players ends up being the world champions for the ALGS, which we saw last season. Players who came into our events ended up winning it all for the ALGS as well. So top players sometimes will pop up and come in on board. With that in mind, we are good to go. Get ready, guys. In less than 60 seconds or so, game number 2 is going to start. I'll be with you guys. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are good to go. This is exciting. I love when we can go right into the next game. And we are here, game number 2. That's right, Apex Legends tournaments. Today, there's been a lot of new teams not understanding how to name themselves, not how to be professional. And we just been in the background taking care of that. We want to tell anybody playing, we understand not everybody's a pro team, but we are developing pro teams. We're here to support you and lift you up and take you to the next level. So it's up to you to work with us and listen to the mods or myself as we try to help you be as professional as possible in these events. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in and being with us. For those that are just here to watch, it's going to be a good one. We're going to go ahead and see what is happening in the maps. And right now it's looking like there's already some teams about to take in some action that we will be rotating around to. Oh, I guess they all decided to back off, and here it is right here. You can see each other. The Lions trying to get some shots up and get some work done. I like what I'm seeing by these guys. Really doing a good job as they go. So far, so good. It's a really, really nice start for Lions here. They did not get any kills there, but basically a little bit of damage, letting the other team know, like, hey, back off. And one of the best things you can see and that you don't think about is when you drop, if you can get gear. For example, right now they have 2 purples and a blue. That is more than enough. Pretty much ready to take any fight at this moment, and they can most likely win it because not everybody gets this lucky on drops, and it's got to be very, very, very RNG based. So let's see what they can do right now. And they're getting some shots up. Again, this is a long distance. One of these fights usually doesn't do much until somebody gets downed. And at the moment, they are sitting comfortable during this fight right now. There is some other action going on as well, but we're going to keep an eye on this and see how much we are going to get out of it. And we're going to go take a moment and actually look at the other team who just won. Team SAD has been putting in work. They won the first game. They have 22 right now, and they are down 2 players though, so they might get pushed here and get eliminated, and this would be good for the lobby as they want to try and catch up to these guys. These guys are the best that we have so far in this event. As you can see, he's getting hit and he is hurt. He's about to go down, folks. Will he survive is the question. He is down to his last second and he's out somehow, some way. Team Daz eliminates Team SAD and really does a good job there. We're going to rotate around to Team Lion, who's fighting another team right now, and kind of watch this one as well. Omega going up 1 versus 2 because players are down right now, but good stuff. And there it is, Team Lions coming in roaring, putting in work, shutting it down, and perfectly done by them eliminating and coming back and taking care of business. Now they've scored a lot of points. They're going to be able to loot another team's stashes and pretty much control the area. They can able to rotate on their own demand and take control of this game in their fashion. So you love to what you see from this team right here. So far so good by them, and that is what I'm telling you, top tier stuff from Teams Lions. And let's go ahead and rotate around, and we want to introduce a couple of teams. Hunt and kill, just scavenge hunting here, picking up leftovers from opposite teams, but they will be back in full force for today's event. We talked about Team Horizon, and here goes Team Nova. And as you can see right now, Team Nova trying to make things work. It's one of those things where we will see how good they go from here. Team Nova only has 4 points, so they got a long way to go, but it only takes one good game and you're right back in the fight of it all. So who knows how that'll play out. We're gonna rotate around and catch some new teams. There's actually, wait right here, it looks like Team SWAT notice another team and they're in the middle of a fight. They have to be very careful here. You do not like going down so early. You're not scoring any points, so they're gonna figure it out. And I like their composition, a very defensive focused composition. They have Gibby for the bubble, they have Caustic for the defensive indoor protection, and then they have Valkyrie for that ultimate to get in and out and rotate through situations. So pretty good composition, something different. Team SWAT trying to figure it out, and they're going up against Lions. Lions is hot right now. They already took out a team, and it looks like they're going to continue that reign. And honestly speaking, one of the things I've always noticed as hosting these tournaments is once a team gets hot, it's kind of hard to stop them. You can tell they build their confidence and then they create a whole new synergy of gameplay for themselves. You can see right now, the Lions eating everything up. Are they really the kings of the new Storm Point jungle? We're going to find out shortly. As you can see right now, I love Bloodhound's quick hit right here. And beautiful stuff by the Lions, literally destroying and killing it. And also the kill leader right there. And like I told you guys, when a team gets hot, it's hard to stop them. And man, oh man, it's looking really good so far. And right now we're going to be checking out, staying with the Lions for a second, but I believe they're comfortable. And we want to rotate around and DIB. This team has been fun in our tournaments, and I just wanted to give them a shout out for the first season, performing so well and doing a good job. And they are about to rotate out of there and figure out where they want to go. Should be interesting on that front, but we're going to rotate around and see what other teams are up to. Again, it's going to be a little quiet. Still those moments in the second round where you're just looting up, rotating. As you can see right here, Rip Boys catching fire right now and catching someone off guard, about to pop some shots. And it could be a good run for them right now to score some points. And they are going to push the pace. Perfectly done right here. Just double teaming. Looks like they've taken down Hunt and Kill, one of their players. And now Hunt and Kill's down to their last player. So it should be easy pickings for the Brit Boys. But they're going to have to push the pace because this guy just ran out with an Octane. So either way, they scored themselves multiple points. As you can tell, in the second round, you get that multiplier, which is 2 points per elimination. You're going to score a lot more than your typical time. And that's what you want to see. And right now we're looking to see what is going on with Team Brits. They're comfortable, and I think they're just going to hold their spot for the moment. We're going to rotate around and check out a new team. As I said, we've seen these players before, but now they're officially Team Envy, and that's exactly what you want to see. Two of their players are called Team Envy already, as you can see on their gamer tags. But the question is, are they the team to envy? Are they that good? They just get scanned and the fight begins right here. I love these R-star throws, and these are the beginning initiating fights. It's the way I like to do it, throwing an R-star, hoping to land or at least do some damage, make a team uncomfortable. As you can see right here, Team Envy is ready, trying to push the pace. And man, oh man, very dangerous situation here. One of their players gets down. They eliminate another player, and they're going to try to revive him, but they have to be extremely careful. They're getting hit from behind. And man, oh man, you love to see Wraith's tactical be utilized here to survive. And can she pop this before they get her is the question. And it looks like they're going to try to revive their teammates instead. And she's going to back out, and this might be the smart play here. This might be the smart play, guys. Very, very strategic on not forcing it. Getting that portal is a very useful thing from Wraith. And of course, now we have Ash, who can do the same thing. And I honestly think it's going to be better because it's a one-way and teams can't track you once it closes, compared to Wraith. So it's a conversation, and anybody in the chat, please tell me how you feel about Wraith's portal versus Ash's portal. Wraith's portals goes further, and it's a two-way portal back and forth, which is awesome. But Ash's is a one-way, so you can use it in different ways. Super interesting, to say the least. And right now, Team Envy did get one of their players back, but they are down one guy. They got to deliver that banner and figure it out here. And I like the fact that they took the loss. They didn't go back and take the fight. They decided, hey, you know what? It wasn't going to work out. We're just going to back off of this. And it's the right move. And that's going to allow them to continue to score points. And we're going to see how this plays out right here. We're going to go into Team Alpha. Let's check them out from a different camera angle here. As you can see, Team Alpha getting one of their players taken down. They get surprised as they were rotating, and two of their players down, and they're going to try to survive this scenario here. They get eliminated by Team Boz, and I love Boz right now. These guys have been doing some work, and they're impressive with their first game. They're in 6th place, so they still have a good chance to get back in the fight. And when you eliminate teams as the rounds go, the multiplier is very special. Oh no, as we speak, Team Boz getting hit, and I love this bunny hopping, healing. Let's go. Team Boz trying to survive that third-party push, and they're backing off. One of their players is officially down, but they did escape with 2 players still alive, so I would probably just continue to escape out of here. You cannot win that fight 3-on-1, so super interesting. Good stuff by them. 2 of their players down. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, not looking good. And I think they're gonna try to take this fight. And I will say this could be a smart move, and it might benefit them, but it could also hurt them. Placement points, they can hold on and get themselves some placement points if they can stay alive. And doesn't look like it's gonna happen, folks. And oh my goodness, somehow he survives. And man, oh man, it's good to see the one and only Mirage. And there's 2 teams right in this vicinity, so this can be extremely interesting. As you can see, I'm gonna rotate back around, ladies and gentlemen, to Team Envy, who's actually also in the fight right now, doing the same thing, trying to survive. It's getting super critical. Last 9 teams, this is where you start scoring placement points, so you don't want to go down at this point. And Team Envy doing a good job right now, just holding this, trying to heal, keep it together. And we're gonna go ahead and rotate around and check out who's being aggressive. As you can see, DIB right back in the building, and they have a really nice spot outside of the ring, but they're gonna have to rotate in. So this is gonna be the interesting start for them to make their push. Everybody watching, thank you so much. We're gonna start doing a couple of unique community events and things like that to make it a little more fun. It's not going to always be qualifiers. This Saturday is a charity event for Extra Life. As you guys know, I've always been doing charities for children's hospitals for the past 6 years, and this year we've done a really good job supporting a bunch of different people coming together. And this Saturday we're going to host a tournament, but it's going to be a lot of charity talk and a lot of community building going forward. So feel free to get involved if you have the time. You can go and just play to support the cause or donate to Extra Life. I don't have the link on me right now, but I'll put it up at some point this Friday, and then you can start showing support from there. That in mind, DIB trying to figure it out as they are sitting comfortable in the ring. I like their position. I would prefer to be higher up in the center and just hold that top ground for the remainder of the game, but there's a team right up there actually, so they have to be very careful. Beautiful shots here with the Sentinel. If he only had that thing charged, it would be really nice right there. That was a good hit. And somebody in the chat said Ash's portal is OP, and I totally agree, but don't agree. I think you know, Race Portal's pretty powerful. And then you have other legends who can kind of take you different places. Look at this fight that's going on the opposite side, guys. It is getting crazy. Let's head over there and see what's going down. And these two teams are gonna have to rotate in a second. Let's take a quick look at the map, see which teams will collide. It looks like Team Rampage is going to be the team pushing. They're holding a very nice ground right here for a little while, but the ring will close shortly on them. So we got to be very, very careful. When you're rotating, one of the key components is knowing where all the enemies are. And that's why these legends like Seer can be so critical, because you can tell you where everybody is. And there you go. They kill out a rat and do a good job there, taking care of business, scoring some easy points, and then getting back in position to where they want it to be. They're gonna have to get straight down to the opposite side of the map, and this is where good positioning is important, but also just the knowledge of where every team is. But we appreciate y'all watching, and I hope y'all enjoying this tournament right now. Only 5 teams left. We're gonna keep it relaxed until the last 3 teams get in. Very exciting stuff from all of these guys. Super good positioning by Team Boz NC, who's on point, and then the Lions also trying to make a name for themselves. And I'm just rotating around trying to see where these teams are and what type of mindset they have as we go forward, checking. Oh no. Dying to the ring would be the worst. And there it is. Oh my goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, that was bad. But it's okay. Team Boz NC is still in the building. The Lions are still in the building. DIB is still in the building, and Brit Boys. I like where Brit Boys are, in a really nice position, as well as Team Boz. They're both very comfortable and not having any trouble. So we going to see what they have. And man, oh man, Horizon's ultimate coming in, getting some shots off. And that's it, last player here for Team Lions. That was some great stuff by the Brits, taking down 2 of their players, but still in the fight. They have to be careful here. They're about to go down. Not a very good look. Team Boz pushing the pace. They're about to take this fight. Smart move by them to try to get in on this. And it's only 4 teams, so you want to take advantage of this third-party push. Great shots right there. Team Boz taking the high ground. They basically came in, and even though they didn't get the kills or eliminations, they're taking the high ground away from everybody else, so they can win this just from that alone. And Valkyrie, just like I said before, this vertical play in this map can be so special for Valkyrie players. I'm a big Valkyrie player ever since she released. One of my favorite legends of all time. Right up there, top 3 usefulness. And man, oh man, it's only 3 teams left. You're looking at the Lions get eliminated as I switched over to them. So now Team Brit versus Team Boz, and Team Boz holding the high ground against Team Brit, and Team Brit has to be careful. They can get hit and destroyed over there. So we're gonna see how that plays out for them. They're down under, and this could be super interesting, guys. Who knows how this works? Should be a fun time to see how this one ends. Shots being rained off, and here it is right here. The shots are finally coming in. Can Team Boz get it? And man, oh man, they do. Perfectly done by Team Boz to get that win and showcase they truly are a new team to watch out for. And that was a great play by Team Boz. I mean, they basically third-party the fight in that center and pushed the teams out and gave everybody a run for their money. And that's exactly what you want to see. Let's take a quick look at that replay. As you've seen, they had the high ground. They did not have the high ground to start off with, but they took over and they pushed everybody off and pretty much kept it for the remainder of the game. And they only had one team left that they had to battle. And it was just really smart tactical play by these guys. And we're watching it in a little bit of a slow motion. And the reason for that is we want to give you guys a chance to check out small details. You see how they're working together, moving together, scouting. Everything isn't about pushing. Sometimes you want to know your situations and figure out what is the best odds. I'm sure their communications was even better, where they were like, hey, let's go do this, let's do that, etc., etc. And they took their time, made the right play, dropped down together, scanned right before the fight, and pretty much did their job. One of their players does go down there, but that's enough as they put the damage in already and pretty much got the job done. As you can see right here, perfect stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, I hope y'all enjoying that so far, man. I have enjoyed it. Great teams doing great things. And man, oh man, that game was spectacular. It's just getting started here. Literally only game number 2. A second team that's new to this wins game 2. That means we're gonna have a lot more in store for y'all, okay? So rock out with us. And talking about rock out with us, man, again, Saturday, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Extra Life. I've been doing work with them and the Children's Hospital that's local to me, raising money, and we're going to be doing it again for the grand finale on game day, which is Saturday. We're gonna have a tournament on that day for you guys, so feel free to lock in and enjoy that as much as you humanly possibly can. We're grateful to have you and thankful for everybody coming on board. Just to break it on down, you can also just check out our schedule right here and say, hey man, what days are you got going on? Look on Twitter, check Facebook, and you'll see all these dates. All right, so Extra Life on the 6th, which is this Saturday, will be the next event. We have not done with this event. There's still a lot more games to go, so feel free to check that out. Speaking of a lot of games, we're gonna go right into game 3 shortly, but I want to give you guys a reminder how this format works. Teams are fighting to get 50 points. The way they do that is through placement. As you can see, it says what you get right there, and elimination multipliers. So in first round you get 1 point, second round you get 2 points, and third round you get 3 points, and so on for eliminations. So add all that up, you get a lot of interesting situations that when the team does reach 50, they are in the match point threshold. That means that they're eligible to win the game, but they have to get first place overall, and that's how the game is set up. With that in mind, we're going to go right into the leaderboards. I think we're ready to go and check out to see if anybody has made it to 50 yet. No, they didn't, which is a good thing for the viewers. You get to watch a game 3 and 4. But look at it right there with 43 points. 43 points. The Lions are right in the fight. And then below them, Team Boss, NC, with 37 points. And then the Brit Boys have 35 points. Team Sad has 25 points. And it just keeps going and going, and it's looking real good. And I'm really excited to continue this. We're going to go into game number 3 shortly. So look at this. Those are the top 3 teams. There's multiple teams below who are also trying to get in and make a name for themselves. It's going to get interesting shortly here as we go forward. We appreciate you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. It's going to be a fun night as we continue to build and go forward. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back, and then you can enjoy this as we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, check out the scoreboards, and we're going to get this next game started right now. Hope you guys enjoy. This should be a fun time. We are literally in the hunts for this next game. It is exciting because guess what? There's no such thing as a winner. You're looking at these high scores, but I can guarantee you that none of these teams, or all of these teams below, will come back. All right, all the guys in the bottom of the bracket will come back and get in for sure. So be ready to go for that. It's going to be exciting and super interesting to see how that plays out. So again, just to explain it a little more, teams are trying to get 50, but understand the teams with the lower numbers, we're going into game number 3. And the way that works is number 3, every single round has a multiplier. So third round, you're going to get 3 points per elimination. That is huge. What that means is you're going to be able to take over and become the number 1 team in one game. If you eliminate a couple of players, you will catch right back up on this situation. It's very possible. So never, never, never give up and keep coming back up. And you're going to have this chance on this next game and multiple games, depending on how long today's tournaments go. With that in mind, we're going to get started shortly here. Gave it a second, but we'll be right back and we'll get you guys in. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the next game. We have given it enough time to wait, and we should be going very shortly. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you guys so much. Feel free to support us, following, liking, subscribing, sharing this with other social media platforms and things like that. Do your thing and get involved. Thank you guys so much. Hit me up. We need the support. We need the help. I'm literally working the Discord while doing the hosting and commentating, while managing all the teams and running all this for you guys. So it's a lot of work, to say the least. And it's exciting. I love it, but I would love to have a full team to be able to focus on my task. With that in mind, we're going to start game 2. We're waiting for these players to get in. They're taking a little longer than normal. But we're going to get it rolling, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope y'all enjoying so far. There's been a lot of delays and situations where teams lag out, or the server might have some issues. It's nothing we can do personally. We didn't make the game, and we don't control the servers. We basically just host the events. We give you guys enough time to get you in, but we don't want to hold up a full, 40, 60 players for one issue. So that's why we continue. For any player that's watching, if you have any conversations, you talk to us through the Discord. That is the only format where we have a conversation at. And feel free to get involved with us through the Discord. If you have concerns about a game issue, talk to us through the Discord. The captains are the ones who run the teams, and we basically allow them to do so. So it's a really good setup for the team captains to communicate directly with us, and any other player that's playing can also talk with us through the Discord. That's the only way to conversate about our tournaments, specifically when it comes to gameplay or any issues. I just wanted to give y'all information and help you guys along the way. So the Discord is where we discuss all those matters, and we see them, and we've addressed some of them, but we have to keep the ball rolling here. And speaking of keeping the ball rolling, baby, it is game time for number 3, and it's going to be an interesting number 3. You saw the stats. Nobody has reached 50 yet, but teams are very close. In this match, you're going to get anybody and everybody who can score 3 points every elimination. So this round is kind of a lot of overpowered play styles where people want to get some eliminations going forward. So super interesting, to say the least. Let's see how this one plays out for some teams, and check out what is going down as we play. It's looking real good. Who won yesterday? Yesterday we did not host tournaments. We hosted a tournament on Tuesday. ODU was incredible, and then today there's a lot of great teams today, which is really nice. Right now we're checking out Team SWAT Esports. These guys right here performed very well, but they are in the middle of a fight. Everybody's throwing punches. Nobody except one player has a weapon. Interesting, fun stuff right here. And there it is right here. Can he get the shots off? One more shot. And he did somehow get it off and perfectly done it. Right now, we're just getting the ball rolling and getting started here. And good stuff by Team SWAT. And understand, they're not alone in here. Team Omega doesn't have a weapon, but they're coming in fighting trying to take down a player, and Team Omega is about to get eliminated with one last player alive. Really great stuff by Team SWAT, and they score big, guys. But like I told you, there's a multiplier. You get 3 points per elimination. That means you're gonna get 9 points right now. Just with these 2 kills, these guys got 6 points off of that, so they can score huge points and catch right back up or get to 50 quickly if they do their job. And right now you're looking at Ash putting in work, and you know we love Ash, guys. Great stuff. And SWAT, right off the start, when they dropped, they got 9 points from killing 3 players. Again, that multiplier really changes the game and adds some really good elements to it. We're going to rotate around and check in on other teams as we go forward and see who's in the action. And right now it's looking like they're gonna, Team Boz has spotted somebody, but they might just rotate in this scenario. Sitting very, very comfortable, so props to them right now. Sagyu trying to go ahead and make a name for themselves as well. They did a great job earlier. And these teams are really, really, really solid, and you gotta love what you see when these teams get the battling. So I'm super excited to see what is going on. And right now, Team DIB trying to survive, but it looks like Team Horizon's about to clean them up. And really, really solid stuff for Team Horizon. Once again, an elimination is 3 points. You can score big enough to get yourself back in the fight. Thank you and welcome to everybody watching. Feel free to show love and support. We are here for you. It's a community-based setup. And we appreciate all the follows and the messages. We thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. If you are a player, get over to the Discord and talk to us about feedback about the event. You can still talk on the stream, but just talk general conversations. The goal for the stream is for the viewers and just topics. This is a 5-minute delay, so it's going to take a while for me to respond, but I'll do my best going forward from there. So we appreciate you guys so much. And right now, I'm loving seeing Valkyrie in the mix. That's my baby right there. And she's about to push the pace and try to get going. And I'm liking Team Raven. They're actually being super aggressive, and they're not, I'm sorry, Horizon here. They're being super aggressive. They're not letting up on this situation, and they keep on trying to take somebody down, but it's very far away and it's very difficult. And they're going to hunt this down. So this is the conversation for the chat. If you guys want to help me out here and let's talk about it, do you believe, and here it is, they're about to try to finish off this player. Let's see if they can get it. He's about to jump on this brand new jump pad, and look at this. He has somehow found a way to escape these guys a little bit. Gets eliminated in the end. And solid work by Horizon, scoring another 3 points. And Team Sad trying to make a move. You got to understand, Team Sad has been on fire, but they had 22 in the first game. They won the first game and got a bunch of kills. Ever since then, they haven't been able to score much. They only scored 3 points, and now they're trying to make a name for themselves again and figure it out here. They scored some points on elimination, so that gets them a little higher up, and it's the start this is the beginning of what could be something special for this, guys. The first team to get to 50 doesn't mean anything. It's all about winning. You have to get first place overall after you reach 50. So all of these teams racing to 50, that is just the beginning of the tournament. It's where the tournament gets interesting and exciting, and you get to see a whole different style. And I personally love it, and I think it's exciting. One little tip for everybody: when you're jumping on these pads, you can actually heal up. So it's a good way to kind of just heal up during that situation. And yes, Team ODU Blue won on Tuesday, their first qualifier. They are automatically entered into the majors, which won't be until January, folks. So you're going to get a lot of qualifiers. And then the majors are going to be all of January. It's going to be an exciting time, to say the least. We're going to just back out of this team. These guys are hunting down. And we missed out on this fight with Team Envy scoring some points as well. So gonna take a quick look. We're gonna go ahead and rotate around to Team Horizon. They seem to be very active this round, and they're still chasing that player down or somebody else because they're in a fight right now. And you like what you see. Like, again, we've had the pro players, top players in the world. You guys don't understand. When I say top players, what I'm telling you is the ALGS, the official Apex Legends tournaments from Respawn, who sponsor all that. The champions who won the finals. It was about $2+ million on the line for that tournament. Have played in our tournaments. So every time you're watching these tournaments, you're witnessing greatness. Okay, so feel free to follow these guys, hit these guys up, find them on social media, do what you need to do to get involved, because you're watching greatness. I promise you, we will have the champions in our tournaments again. And it might be a different team. It might be one of these teams we're watching today. Who knows? That is the question. And we're looking at Team SWAT once again, consistently active. And they're just getting back in the flow here. And we're looking at some shots being rained off. Nothing special here. Envy is right next door to another team. They actually are trying to rotate deeper into the ring, so it could get interesting for them. We're gonna take a look to see what the other teams are doing, and everybody's kind of just rotating at this moment and taking their time. You can see that we have a Crypto, one of my favorite legends of all time. He might not be the top legend in the game yet. I'm sure that Respawn will buff him soon, but he's one of the fun legends for me. Just a good variety of play, and the information and the ability to gather so much information and be useful to your team is priceless. And once he gets a buff to his tactical, his drone being able to automatically move or something like that, you're gonna see him become one of the best legends in the game, hands down. He'll end up being one of the best easily. And my suggestion is, if you can't just automatically send him forward like Mirage does, then I would say at least have him hover over the player's head, so he'll stay above. For me personally, I would like it so that you can mark somewhere for your drone to go, just ping it and it'll go there. But if they don't want to do that, then like I said, hover over the player's head and follow them. And I think that'll be more than enough to give him a little more versatility and a little more power to his abilities. So just a personal thought. We got 11 players, 11 teams left, and we are gonna see who has what it takes to win this matchup. And here it is. Finally, we get some teams back in the rotation, about to get into some fights. Team Horizon, a team we know and love, is currently about to go at it. We're going to see what they can do finally as this round starts off. They've already got some points, but they got to get back on the leaderboards. They're only in 11th place right now with 4 points. This game right here, game 3, game 4, game 5, gives you such a great multiplier. You can easily catch back up. And right now we're looking at Horizon kind of taking it easy, waiting to push this fight. And they have Team Boz right next door to them. So you got to be very careful. They're getting hit extremely hard here. And I'm sure that's got to be a Sentinel. It looks like the shots are really, really, really hitting hard. I love Sentinels when they're charged up. So they got a team above them and to the south of them. So interesting. And they're going to go ahead and push out to a team farther out west. Thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate you and hope you guys are enjoying the show. It's just getting started, man. We are literally in game 3. Nobody has 50 yet. When they score 50, they have to get first place overall to win. So it's still going to be a good night. Multiple teams with over 30. One team with 25, another team with 19. All these teams can get to 50 in this one game. 11 teams left. You can score a lot of points if you can eliminate a couple of teams and get high placement at the same time. So it's super interesting dynamic, and the reason I did it this way, just to explain the format, you know, you start off trying to get placement points, and then as the rounds go, you want to get kills as well, so it gets into some heavy action. And then once teams start to reach 50, when there's multiple teams, everybody's playing for placement again. So it's pretty much placement, kills, placement, a little back and forth. Really, really smart strategic plays and things like that. So I created it specifically. I really did some test plays and studied the best way to change the match point system. The match point system is amazing, and I didn't change it because I thought it was bad. You know, Respawn created it, but I wanted to add a better twist so that our tournaments won't last 6 or 8 hours. You're going to be done with this tournament in the next 2 hours or so. So it's not like, you know, you'll be waiting forever. So super interesting. And he just sent one of the enemies through the portal. Love to see it, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. Maybe Ash will never be as good as Wraith when it comes to that. That was insane, dude. Perfect. And you talk about greatness. Raven Horizon Jr. really put in work in that situation and really showcased top tier gameplay at its finest. Man, oh man, you gotta love it right there. And big respect to Raven Horizon doing good stuff, man. Junior, to me now, has become a player to watch. You guys know I've always tried to point out players that are doing some amazing stuff, and he just showcased something I talked about a while ago, how Wraith can be used aggressively to bamboozle players with the portal instead of always trying to use it to escape or something like that. It's a lot of slick ways, and he just showcased it as best as possible. That is not easy to do, folks. He did it to perfection. So big respect for him. And as you can see, he's spotting another team down below, the team down below that he's been pushing and trying to get some shots in. And dropping down is never a safe bet. You want to stay up high and hold your position. So he's doing the right thing here, not forcing it. This team is doing very well. I mean, they're not in the ring. They're trying to gate someone off a bit. But they got to remember the ring's going to close. And we're going to keep an eye on Team Raven Horizon because these guys are playing solid right now and they're in the middle of the action. Going to see what they can do in this scenario. Again, this is a new team. Horizon hasn't been a part of our tournaments. We have a lot of new teams. Now, Raven, the clan has been with us and these players have, but we got a new format, a new team with a new name. So I consider them new because once you add one new player and you change your name, it's a showcase of, you know, growth and change, and you want to develop. So hopefully we'll see something special from these guys. A lot of these other teams are also amazing as well. It's only 7 teams left. Look at that. Spotlight takes down one of the players, and Envy's right below Team Horizon. And this is going to get interesting because 2 of Horizon's players are down, and Junior is the last one alive. He already used his ultimate, and he gets taken out from the side, sleeping. Perfectly done. And my goodness, that was great stuff, and that was done by a rat, ladies and gentlemen. Somebody ended up being on the wrong team there, but it happens. With that in mind, guys, crazy stuff right there. Team Envy getting some points, and they're getting themselves right back on the scoreboard, and it's gonna get real, man. I'm loving this because these teams that are on the bottom of the bracket still have a chance. Let's take a second to look around. Team Alpha in 12th place. They're trying to stay in the fight, and look at that, they get a shot off, and perfectly done right there. And we're gonna rotate around to Team Boz NC with 37 points. They're trying to get up there in the bracket and try to win this game right now. Doing a solid job trying to get into the fight. I love what I'm seeing by them. And then Team Hunt and Kill on the bottom of the bracket with only 3 points, but they're continuing to try to push and make a play. And then Team Envy with only 8 points on the last game. They are actually right back in it with 4 kills. All right, 4 kills gives you 12 points. That puts them back up in the top 10, gives them a chance to make a name and try to get to 50 in the next game. If they can win this here, get a couple kills, they'll really be solid. But man, oh man, it's gonna be a wild finish because Team Boz wants to get to 50 here with 37 points. They're almost at 50, and once they get to 50, the next game means they can have a chance to win it all. Still very close, and they are going to push this fight, and they're going to try to get to 50 here. If they can eliminate these guys, they possibly will be right next door to 50. Beautiful shots with the triple take. Unreal and perfectly done right there. Team Boz, top tier performances. 3 points per elimination. They got 2 eliminations right there. And man, oh man, this team is scary good, guys. And it looks like Team Envy and them will end up battling it out. And these are 2 solid teams. I don't like where Envy is. They're in a corner spot, and they can really get trapped in here with a couple of grenades and ease, maybe some ultimates, and it'll be all set and done for them. Wraith is going to have to use her portal and get them out of this scenario fast, because all the grenades and everything will end up hitting shortly. As you can see, they're jammed into this corner so much we couldn't get our visuals right there. I'm just going to third person this so you can see, and they got to figure it out. Wraith had to use her portal and her tactical shortly to get themselves out of that situation, and she does that right away. Now they have an escape when they need it, but man, oh man, it is still a really dangerous situation for them. Team Alpha trying to make a push here as well. It looks like Boz has the god spot in this situation. They're basically in control of this game, and all they have to do is keep holding this building and keep control. They're gonna go ahead and grab a rat. They just seen a rat down below. They're going to finish them off and clean it up. Team Boss really putting in work everywhere you go. They are lighting it up, and it looks like Team Alpha is going to be the last team to possibly contest them. I don't think they will. It looks like Team Boss will go for the win right now and finish this off shortly. They are pushing the pace to get this finale done right now. Solid stuff. Shots being rained off, and beautiful. Team Boss NC doing a really good job and staying in control of that whole situation at the end. Played perfectly. Again, guys, placement, all about your positioning. That will help you win the game. Your positioning, it's not about how good you can shoot or how you use your legend. Your positioning has nothing to do with everything else that you have to be good at. Without positioning, you can't do what Team Boz did. They came out and they held their spot. It was the top spot, center of the ring. Incredible performance by them. They were pushing every team in the lobby at the end here, and every player was shooting down somebody else, and they coordinated together. When they seen a rat down here, they chased him down to make sure they score those points. I'm sure they've already reached 50, so they have a chance to win it all in the next game, but the lobby can stop them. As you can see, they cleared that up perfectly in that scenario, and then they pretty much started wiping out slowly other teams one by one, and it was a really good job by them to be able to continue to dominate. Amazing stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, just incredible stuff, giving you guys just a chance to just look at it and see greatness at its finest. And these guys basically kept their position and held it down for the remainder of that game. And that was so good, so good. Just want to thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. It is just the beginning. This is my favorite part of the tournament. Everything else is kind of just like, all right, we're going to see who has what it takes and what we can do from there. And it isn't until we see somebody reach 50, which we just did, and we'll talk about that shortly. I'm going to show you the scoreboards, the leaderboards, and show you who's on top and what is going down from there. But with that in mind, thank you for tuning in. This is Core Battle Leagues. We're just getting started. We're about to take this to the next level. Game number 4 is gonna be the special game where teams have to worry and watch out for the teams with 50+ points, because they have a chance to win. Anybody above 50 can win the tournament by becoming first place on this game that they'll play. So it's possible that a team can win the next game, or other teams can eliminate them, and we'll continue to keep playing until one team that has 50 reaches it. Okay, that's how that works, and we hope you guys are ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the schedule and give you guys a quick understanding on how this all works. The tournament is still going on. We're going to give you guys a quick look at the schedule, update the leaderboards, and we'll be back in less than 2 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very excited. I want to help you guys understand the format right before we show the leaderboards. We're going to do it right now. We're going to start the next game right away, by the way. Understand. We are playing match point format. What that is the teams are trying to get to 50 using placement and eliminations. It's very simple format. How do you get to 50 points? Well, placements give you 12 points for first place. Second place will give you 9 points, and so on and so on, as you can see here. Then eliminations are the tricky part. And eliminations, every round multiplies. So we're going to go into game 4. It's going to be 4 points per elimination. So that means your team can catch right back up. It's about to go down right now with game number 4. But before we showcase that, hoping that the stats are up. And hope you guys are ready for it. For that, let's go ahead and take a look. And of course, it might still be getting updated as we speak, but Envy has done a good job, and she says it is ready. So here we are. The stats, as you can see, one of the teams actually already has scored over 50. That means they are eligible to win. They have to get first place overall on this next game in order to win it. Very simple setup, and I'm very excited about it because we're about to get into game number 4 in just a second. With that in mind, all these other teams are right there at the cusp of getting to 50. Team SAGU Esports has 45. Team Boz has 43. Brit Boys have 40. Sad has 35. Envy has 29. Raven Horizon has 19. Rampage has 17. DIB has 15. SWAT Esports has 13, and the bottom bracket also are right there. Understand, in game 4, 4 points per elimination means if I eliminate 3 players, a full squad, I will get 12 points for my team, which means I can catch back up to any team on this match. Nobody can win the tournament unless they have 50 points and then become number 1 overall. All right, that's pretty simple. Should be very, very interesting, to say the least, to see how this all works out for this grand finale. We really do hope you guys have been enjoying it. We're gonna go ahead and start this next match because we're excited, and we will see how it all goes. Should be an exciting run. Of course, everybody in the lobby except Team Boz NC has to eliminate them. Everybody has to put a target on Team Boz NC, because if they don't, then they're in trouble. So we will see what the teams can do and how they can stop them. But at the same time, wouldn't you want to see a crazy great performance by Boz NC being able to win and really do something special? We going to see. It's going to be exciting to see if they have what it takes, and we will find out shortly in just a minute. Again, this is qualifiers for you guys. The matches are starting right now. Game 4 is about to go underway, and I hope you guys enjoy, as I've been enjoying it, to see Boz put in some work and get the job done in that last game, really going crazy. So super interesting. And ladies and gentlemen, we're officially in it to win it in game 4. Again, might not be the end. This might continue. If Team Boz does not get first place overall, we will be moving on to game 5. But we are in game 4 at this moment. This is the team to beat. They have reached the 50-point threshold. They're eligible to win it all, but they have to get first place in order to win it all. So we are going to see what they can do in this scenario. Of course, this is a new map and everybody's figuring out the new map as they go. So super interesting. We'll see how this all plays out. Boz NC has a great 0.50, but that doesn't matter. Everybody else that's right next door has a chance. It's still anybody's game. So super interesting. And honestly speaking, game 4s and 5s end up being the wildest that I've seen in our tournaments. So if you're watching, get ready, get your popcorn. It's going to get crazy. I'll break it down a little deeper as we go. I'm going to showcase the leaderboards one more time. Sure, Boz can win it all if they get first place, but the rest of these teams are right at the cusp of 50. So all they got to do is eliminate them and get to 50 in this game. And then the next game, they will be one of the teams also that's eligible to win it all. And one of the smart things right now that I'm seeing, Team Boz NC went to the caves and they're just farming for loot. One really new feature that's amazing is these wildlife nests. What happens is they'll drop attachments that are better than what you have right now, and you can consistently upgrade and sit very comfortable. So Team Boz, you know, at the start of the map, they dropped on the left side. If you can see right here, this is a really good area. I'm sorry, right over here above the caves to this nest area where you can have your own place to land and control and to basically stay in charge. So they did a good job picking a right spot and taking care of business right now. With that in mind, they're not the only teams in this lobby. There's some action going on right now. We've seen Lions, who also has some really good points and doing their thing. Don't sleep on this team. Really solid job by Team Lions. They are in second place with 45. They've already reached 50 on this game. As you can see, they got multiple eliminations. So that means they've reached 50. The funny part is they have to eliminate Boz. Now that they've reached 50, they have to eliminate Boz and then win the next game. That's how that works. It's a really fun format, and shout out to Respawn for creating it. Of course, I added my own twist to make it a little more interesting for our qualifiers. When we do our championships, we keep it traditional with match point traditional format. We twist the match point around for the qualifiers, adding multipliers. But again, for the championships, no multipliers and straight up. So should be interesting. We'll see how this works out. I'm loving these shots being ran off right now. And man, oh man, it's going to be an interesting night by these guys. Team Lion, second place, but they also have a chance to win it all. So we are going to see how it all plays out. Again, there's a lot of great teams we have on here. Team Sad also farming the wildlife nests. And again, this is a very smart move. As you can see, consistently upgrading whatever attachments he has and things like that. This is a critical thing to do. You might not realize it, but when you get those extra attachments like a magazine, it'll change the way your fights go big time. A bigger clip, bigger damage, just really, really solid. With that in mind, some of these teams have already reached 50, but they cannot win it until the next round. Okay, the only team eligible is Team Boz, and they are all the way in the left side of the map, comfortable at the moment, as you can see right here. And they're actually just rotating deeper into the ring. And I'm sure they're going to find the best spot in the ring to kind of just hold and stay in control. As you can see right now, they already decided where they're going to go. They pinged it. And they're going to head out there right now. Solid stuff by them. And this is going to be their stronghold, let's just say, where they're going to stand. And it's just a smart move to stay in control. But guess what? There is a team in here with them. So they got to be very careful. It's looking like a Raven Clan team is in this area. Yep, it's Team Alpha right next door to Team Boz. And this is a dangerous situation for Boz. They want to win this tournament. They don't need to take fights. They got to get placement. And like I told you guys earlier, yes, we have the kill multiplier, but some of these players are playing for placement. Right now, when you get to 50, you're playing to be number one, to win it all. But other teams are out to get kills. So as you can see, Boz backing out of that situation. Smart move. You just want to try to win this. You don't want to force it. And big respect to Boz, sitting here in between the command center and the falls. So solid work by them. And they're going to get landed on. Oh no, look at this with a Horizon ult right above Team Boss. It's looking like Envy coming out of nowhere. They just dropped from their Horizon. And man, oh man, it's going to get real right now. This is going to get interesting. Remember, this map is only a couple days old. I love seeing players figure this map out on the fly. I know a lot of players want to go back into World's Edge, and I'm happy to put World's Edge on. I do believe it's one of the best maps in the game, but I am definitely excited to see this map. As you can see right now, really great stuff by Watson to use her ultimate there and give them a chance to heal up naturally without having to worry about popping something. And it looks like Team Boss is backing out of that situation. Smart move here. Once again, it is not exactly worth taking the fight if you don't have to. They are surrounded right now. They're hurting pretty bad, and they're about to get pushed, as you can see. And just good work right here, trying to push, and beautiful shots with the wingman. Can Team Boss stay alive to try to win this tournament, or will they get eliminated and we'll get a game 5? Will we get a game 5 is the question. And looking like Team Boss is hurting pretty bad. They might want to escape out of here in this situation. Gotta figure a rotation out, and they might have to go up on the zip line. It's a dangerous thing to do, but it's definitely doable. And looks like their Wraith is going to use a portal to try to get them out. And now they have an escape route if necessary. And man, oh man, Team Envy is right here next door, ready and waiting for this fight, and still stalking their prey as we speak. And they can save this lobby and save this tournament and continue as we go forward. Looking really solid, perfect shots being ran off right now by Team Envy. But man, oh man, Boz is still in the vicinity, and they are the team to beat. And this is one of those things, the fight keeps dragging out. Third parties will come and try to ambush you, and it can get very out of hand quickly. And it looks like Team Lions also in the mix. It looks like Boz has escaped and left Envy and Team Lion to go head to head. It looks like actually Envy's not going to back down out of this, and they're going to want to take that fight with Team Boz. Again, all of these teams are in the top tier with a chance to get to 50, while Boz already at 50, and all they want to do is get first place. So teams are fighting and hunting these teams down. This becomes a really scary situation when you know you have 50 and all you got to do is get first place. while the rest of the lobby is fighting for kills and fighting to hunt you down. This is the exciting part of this tournament. As you guys know, I've hosted so many different games and so many different tournaments, and have been in Twitch studios, YouTube studios, hosting events, but it's nothing like these events right here where you're seeing anything could happen. And Boss just running for their lives right now. They're still trying to figure it all out. And I love that Envy has not given up the fight. Envy doesn't even have a Bloodhound or a Seer to track them, but they continue to try to hunt them down. And I just love the fact that they're not giving up on it. And there it is. They see them. And it looks like Boz wants to get up out of there. And they're going to have to take the fight sooner or later. But for now, they're backing off. The reason we're paying attention to this, and apologies about other action that is happening, this is the team to beat, okay? They just took the long zip line up. And this is the team to beat, so it's very interesting to see if they can survive. And they were getting chased by a team, but they found a way to escape here, and now they got a second or two to have some breathing room to figure it out as they go. So it's really nice work for them to be able to get into some type of space. Envy lost track of them and can't find them right now. So solid work by Team Boss to just barely survive that scenario. So again, just pay close attention. It is not over yet, folks. We're gonna rotate around and see what teams are left. And man, oh man, it's not a lot of full teams left. Only 4 teams. Well, I'm lying. 5 full teams out of the 9 that are there. Other players have lost their guys. You can see Team Alpha's down to their last player. Rampage down to their last player. Pretty rough. And should be very interesting how this all plays out in the end. Team Boss is going to hold off and play strategic and understand Apex is not all about fighting. Some of it is about patience and waiting for your moment. So Team Boss, to me, is doing the right thing and holding their ground and not forcing a fight just yet. So we'll see how it's going. It looks like everybody wants to play for placement. They understand that they've already reached close to the 50-point mark. Now they have a chance to win it all. So all the teams who reach 50 on this game for game 5, they're eligible to win, but they have to eliminate Team Boss, or if not, it's all for nothing, folks. So we'll see. And Team Boss finally in a fight. This is the moment we've been waiting for, guys. This is all I've been waiting for, to see if Team Boss will survive a fight. There's still 9 teams left. There's a team right in front of them trying to push them. They're doing a really solid job to keep them off, and they have their escape route. We saw them go up down that long zip line, which takes forever to go up. So they are going to escape out of here and just do a good job to try and escape the scenario for now. Again, the lobby is trying to shut these guys down and close them out. And look at this. They're getting hit pretty hard here. Got to be extremely careful in this situation. They are going to push it. They feel real confident about what they can do right here. And great stuff. They take the team out. And Team Boss showcasing why they are on the top of the leaderboards at the moment. That was amazing. Now they have to deal with healing and taking out some of Watson's traps, and so far so good for them. We're gonna take a look to see who's next door, and it looks like Team Boss does notice that Envy is right across the way. If Envy can find a way to eliminate Team Boss, we will get a game 5, guys. Right now, game 4 is all you got for the moment. We're going to go ahead and rotate around and see what teams are left. Man, oh man, it is going down to the wire with only about 14 fully stacked teams. Everybody else has lost players. So Super interesting stuff. Want to take a quick look and see who's gonna bump heads shortly. It's looking like Team Alpha is inside with, and man, oh man, he's all by himself versus a full squad. He's gonna have to be very careful here. And Horizon is always out for the escape situations. You can see how amazing she is for the game. But man, oh man, I'm telling you guys, it's gonna get wild very shortly. It's gonna get interesting, and Team Boz is comfortable in this building for the moment, but the ring is closing on them. We'll come back to them shortly. We're gonna just look to see what's going on with the rest of these teams as they go forward. Right now, Alliance putting in working. My gosh, all of these teams have reached 50. If somehow we get a game 5, it's gonna be insane. A lot of teams will reach 50 if we can get to a game 5. The question is, will people be able to eliminate Team Boz? Is the question. They are an amazing team. They've done a great job. They have a chance to win it all. All they got to do here is get first place, and this match is over. Of course, that's easier said than done. They're in the middle of a fight right now, and they're fighting against Team Envy. Solid performance so far. Let's check out Team Envy as they go and try to make the push against Boz. Man, Boz continues to escape the scenarios, and look at this. That was insane. Beautiful shots. Again, Team Boz is down there, and one of their players get down, folks. This might be it. Team Envy might save the lobby, folks. Can they do it? One last player left on Team Boz. Will they be able to win this or get back in this initial situation? And it doesn't look really good. He should have used his portal and Q to get his teammates. And now he's gonna have to try to stay alive. Team Boz hurting really bad, and they are down to their last player. And man, oh man, 6 teams left at the edge of the map. Solid shots here. Is it enough? He does get him down, and folks, great performance so far, but he's gonna be all alone for the rest of the game. We might be seeing a game 5. Woo, this is what I wanted, baby. Top tier performances. Great stuff right now. He can't go back and get his teammate's banner. He'll die in the ring. He's all alone for the rest of this game. He's gonna have to try to survive. There's a team chasing him. We will most likely get a game 5. What does that mean? That means we're gonna get multiple teams that reach 50 have a chance to win it all. And look at this, shots rained off right now. Still in the mix, still alive. Can he stay alive is the question. Wow, great performance so far. Team Boz has done amazing. You gotta love what they've done, but at this point right now, the lobby is being saved, and we might get a game 5. There's still 5 players left, 5 teams left, to say the least. Team Sag, who's already past 50 right now, and Horizon trying to score some points to get themselves in the ball as well. And then of course Team SWAT coming in, and this is a rough one for them, but they'll get it right. Team Delta trying to get in the mix as well. Very interesting setup here, and it's looking real good. We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting 100% going to get a game 5. Just now, Team Boz got eliminated, and they have a chance. We're definitely getting a game 5, so it's gonna be wild and crazy. Looking really solid right now by these guys right here. Sagyu have about to have 50 after this game. They're pretty much right there. So craziness. It's gonna be a really great game 5. I'm so excited about it. A lot of teams will end up with 50. All of these teams right here have scored a lot of points, and they're pretty much on the brink of getting 50. And here it goes right here. Shots being rained off to try to finish this off, man. Very interesting stuff, as you've seen. These teams are really performing extremely well. I'm loving what I'm seeing. There was a lot of stuff going on. Team Envy will most likely be right there on the brink of 50. Team Sagyus also past 50 most likely. And those two teams are right at the brink of winning, of course. So anybody's game, of course, for the next game, but this right here is all about getting those final points to keep going. Does Sagu keep these points away from other teams, or will they allow SWAT Esports to get a chance? That is the question. I'm gonna give it a moment of silence here so you guys can hear this last bit of action before we call it. And here we go for the last run. This is the final three teams trying to make a name for themselves and make a push. What do we got going on right now? Sagu still dominating as much as they can. SWAT Esports trying to get as much placement points as they can with one of their players disconnecting. And Team Delta trying to climb out of the bottom bracket and get themselves into this fight right here. They only had 10 points and now they're scoring, and they have a chance to get back in the run. And he's gonna have to get outside this building where there's a team right above him, and he's gonna have to fight them off. And here it goes right here. There's a Revenant all up there. Oh my, gotta be very careful. Look at these shots. Beautiful stuff by Sagu doing what they do. Some great performances, saving the day to continue this tournament. And we are going into a game 5 very shortly, man. Oh man, it was good. It was good. And we're literally going to be going into a game 5. It is going to be super exciting. So stay tuned and rock with us. You are watching Court Battle League. We're going to go ahead and take a quick intermission and then get you guys going from here. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. That was a great setup. I just wanted to prep for the next matches. We had to change the server and do things like that for the players to get in. So just a quick delay. Remember, this is a small team that we have doing all this hard work. So we appreciate everybody's patience. We're going to get the players in right now, waiting for them to log into the server, and then we'll go. But we got a lot to talk about. First and foremost, wow, the people who had a chance to win did not win. And they had the chance, and they were right there at the final, what, about 7 teams? And everybody just surrounded them, and it cost them the game. But it was incredible. And I want to just show you guys the scoreboards, because the scoreboards are insane right now. So the way this tournament works, it's not about who has the highest points. This is all about who reaches 50 first. Okay, so get to 50, and then you're eligible to win the tournament. And the way you win the tournament is by getting first place on the next match. So as you saw, Team Boz and C were so incredible. They've been performing extremely well, showcasing their skills and just being top tier in every single level so far throughout these tournaments. But I will be honest, SAGU and Envy, even Team SAD, and all the teams below have been performing extremely well, and they've been so incredible that I expect this next game to be insane. So just so you can see, the top 3 teams are above 50, and they are currently about to win, possibly win. So basically anybody above 50 has a chance to win. They got to get first place. Okay, so you're talking about Boz and C, SAGU and Envy. All 3 have above 50. This gives them a chance to win it all. The only way to win it all is to be number 1 on this next game. So those 3 teams are fighting to get number 1. The rest of the lobby is trying to shut them down and stop them from reaching 50. So all these other teams have a chance to come back and win, just like you saw in this last game 4. Honestly speaking, in game 4, Boz looked like they were going to take it. They were almost there at the final ring. They were making a good run and staying safe for the most part. And then they got caught up by multiple teams attacking, and it was just tough to finish. They could have had it. So these other 3 teams have that same chance on this next game. Boz has another chance, SAGU and Envy. But everybody else on the lobby has something really cool. They have a chance to win because there's a multiplier for eliminations. Round 5 will give you 5 points per elimination. So we are literally at the break point. It's looking really good and solid so far. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. Tournaments have been great so far. 2 hours in, and we're just getting started. This can be the most interesting match. We can get a winner on this next game, or somebody can clutch up and save the lobby. So it's going to be very interesting. Feel free to check out the stats to leaderboards. Tell me what you think. And we're going to go check on the Discord, make sure all the players are ready. We give the team captains all the information, and their job is to give the information to their teammates. And that's how we run these events. So please feel free to get on a Discord and connect with us if you're one of the players in these tournaments. That is the way to go. With that in mind, thank you guys for watching. Show support, follow, like, subscribe, share this stream, and do all the normal things that you guys know. We'll be right back. We're going to keep it right here while you watch that. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get real. It's about to get crazy. Thank you guys for tuning in. So basically, for somebody's asking about the majors and things like that, I'll break it down right now so you can understand. We'll put the roadmap up very quickly. Right now, we're in the qualifier stage. Teams that win these events. So today, somebody's gonna win. Whoever wins today can advance into the majors. And then from there, they'll be playing to get into the championships. That's how that works. So it's a big, important day today. You want to try to win as best as possible. So for sure, you want to get yourself involved. And if you can win it, go for it, man. It's your prerogative. We're going to have ourselves a good night and have some fun as we go. But we're going to showcase the leaderboards one more time. 3 teams eligible to win. The rest are about to go at it. And we're about to finish this event possibly in this next game, game 5, or maybe we'll go to game 6. It honestly depends on the top 3 teams. If those teams with 50 cannot capitalize and finish this event, then we will end up going into game 6. It's possible. So it's anybody's game. You never know. We're going to find out shortly. Alrighty. So stay with us and let's get it. It's about to happen right now. Giving me a hard time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the wait is over. We're going to get this started right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. Before we get started, I just want to break it down to help you guys understand a couple of things and get into the flow of this. All right. I know a lot of people are new, so I just want to publicly say thank you for trying and working with us. All right, we have a system. It's very simple, very easy to get players in. It's easy to set the matches up, and we rotate this and we'll get it done in 2 hours or 3 for each tournament for the qualifiers. It's up to you, the players, to coordinate, to read our rules and regulations, to understand what's going on and how it all starts. Okay? It's your job to read and to participate. For those players who aren't in the Discord, your team captain is supposed to invite you into our Discord. You're supposed to read through our rules, understand every single detail, so that way you're not confused about this. There's a lot of confusion from players who don't understand maybe the rules, how the system of point works, or how to enter for the qualifiers and different things like that. And I try to do my best, but during the tournaments, our job is to cast these games. We have all week long, every single day, to conversate with you. Send me a DM, tag me on one of the Discord channels, hit me up on wherever platform you want, and I'll gladly help you out. But your job as a player is to get in, get out, and get it going. There's been some teams unprofessional, not being able to just follow simple rules like putting your team name on the lobby, or just nonsense. But the point is, I understand you're trying to figure it out. You want to be professional, and we're here to help you with that. So work with us. We thank you so much for rocking with us. Taking way too long. We just want to start these matches and get the ball rolling, and it's about to get started shortly. Once I get things going. I mean, even my main scoreboard person has been having trouble today. It's been a difficult day for these guys on here. I don't know what's going on. We're trying to get through, guys. It happens. It's a part of the grind. But thank y'all so much. I just wanted to personally, for the patience, for those watching, for the players who are also being patient. It's kind of one of those things where, like, we just want to play, man. So as a viewer, as a caster, I just want these matches to start ASAP. So we're about to get going very shortly. Should be interesting to see how this all plays out. And I'm excited about it. Some great teams. Once again, I'm going to go ahead and showcase the leaderboards right before we get started. Explain to you guys how it all works. The teams with 50 or higher are eligible to win the tournament, but they have to, and I repeat, they have to get first place overall. Secondly, the teams that aren't at 50 yet, you're gonna get 5 points per elimination on this next round, and you can get placement points. So you're right there able to win it all. So never give up is all I gotta say. And we're gonna get started right away. We got no more patience. It's on. It's been a great run so far. I've enjoyed it drastically, and I'm excited about what could be next for this next matchup right here. It's gonna be the closer. So make your predictions. Do you think Boz, Sagu, or Envy can win it all? Or will one of the teams below them stop all 3 of those teams? You gotta eliminate those teams. None of those teams can get first place. If they do, they win. But the rest of the lobby can stop them and have a chance to win it all. So we're about to get started right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm so excited. Matches will begin in literally about 60 seconds. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are officially in it to win it. Finally in game number 5 right now. And who knows how this one will play out. But man, we got 3 teams already ready to go. And we're going to take a look at some of these teams to starting off. As you guys know, Team Envy is one of the teams with 50. So we got to watch out for these guys, as well as Team SAGU, who also has 50. And then Boz NC has been killing it, but they also have to try to win this all. And if any of those 3 teams wins, then we will 100% have a champion. But again, that is easier said than done. So we gonna see. And it's gonna take some time. And I like the way Boz is working. I said it the first day when I found out about these wildlife nests, upgrading your gear. I said this is one of the best things to do in the game, just to prepare for fights and to prepare to win. You're gonna have good attachments. You're gonna be upgrading everything you have. And what's funny enough is if you go to one of the prowler wildlife nests, you're going to get a lot of good damage out of it as too, so you can upgrade your shields even more. The only bad thing about these wildlife areas is making sure you don't get third party in that situation. That is the dangerous part that you do not want. So be very careful about that. But other than that, I mean, it's a really, really viable way to go. And right now, getting shot at, Team Boz already in the thick of it. And we're going to see who they're fighting right now. It looks like they're fighting Team SWAT, but they're going to get out of there and jump into the vehicle and try to make an escape. This is a really smart move here. With the Gibby, you can escape easily. And just doing the right thing here. And they're probably going to jump off and get into this jump tower in a second here. Just smart play by these guys. This is some veteran play from them so far. Solid stuff. Now we got to keep an eye out for some of these teams. SAGU's trying to go ahead and make a name for themselves and get this win too. Again, we have 3 teams eligible to win it all, and right now SAGU's one of them. We got Boz, SAGU, and Envy all eligible, which is pretty awesome, to say the least. So we will be going back to these 3 teams, kind of just checking out to see what they are, what they got going on, making sure they're not in any fights, things like that. As you can see, SAGU's over here trying to rotate. They're already deep into the ring, so they're comfortable. So very, very good for them. Like to give a shout out to everybody watching, man. I put a lot of hard work and energy into this. It's tiring sometimes, the amount of energy I put in during events, because I'm casting and I'm DMing and replying to everybody on the Discord for the events. You can imagine how crazy that is, while doing the casting and doing the production and pretty much all of that. Never mind the offline time of posting this on social medias and, you know, networking and building the brand in different ways. So it's a lot of work. And I'm grateful for everybody that comes through and supports in whichever way you can, whether it's a like, a follow, a subscribe, sharing it with, even if you have 10 followers, if you share it, it means a lot to me. So show some love and support, and I'll be grateful forever, forever, ever. All right, just taking a break from the commentary to tell y'all that, you know, it's a lot of work, and I'm just grateful to have some support from you guys. So we're gonna keep it pushing, baby. It's gonna be a great night. We're just getting started. And everybody's welcome on board to play in these events or even help me out through the Discord and different things like that. Okay, so feel free. And I'm gonna rotate around and look at Team Boz, and we got 3 teams we're paying attention to. Everybody's very slow pace right now, taking their time right now. And then look at this, they're about to get into a fight. I like it. Team Boss is in the thick of it right now, and they're about to fight. I just want to see what is happening, and it looks like Sagu might actually be rotating deep into this and trying to take out Team Boss. Team Boss is right below them, and they are gonna push them, and it could get real very quick. 2 teams that can win it all about to go at it, and this is amazing, guys. The top teams battling each other right now, and they use a Revenant ult to try to push the pace here. Man, oh man, nothing like a Revenant ult to cause some trouble and make people mad. Great stuff right here, stopping the Rev ult and not allowing themselves to get eliminated. Actually, Team Boz did a great job in that situation. They could have officially been eliminated. Instead, Team Sagu is the team that's hurting as well. And it looked like Raven Horizon coming to save the lobby, starting to take out Team Boz, took out one of their players, and now they're trying to push the pace and see what they can do here. Really solid stuff. Horizon, a sleeper team. You would have thought with 32 points, you didn't know if they had what it takes to make it. But right now, if they can keep scoring here, they're going to reach 50 on this game. But they have to eliminate Team Envy, Boz, and Sagu. Sagu. Got to figure out how to say that, guys. So solid performance right now so far by Team Horizon. They eliminated one of Team Sagu's, and I'm sorry, of Team Boz's players. You gotta love what you see right here by Team Horizon. Not afraid. And the question is, will Boz be able to pick their player up? They lost their Gibby too. That's one of the most critical, most reliable guys on a team. So super interesting to see how that's going to play out. And we're going to go ahead and look at Team Boz as they still haven't picked up their teammate's banner, and it looks like he is officially timed out. Boz might not win this all. That's a tough scenario to lose a Gibby, and when you have the chance to win, lose one of your players officially. So now they can 2-man this. It's very possible, but the probabilities, all right, if we're gonna do math here and do some science, the probabilities of this happening is very limited. So don't expect Boz to come out on top, but if they do, it would be very surprising. Let's go watch Sagu go ahead and try to come back here and do some work. They're doing a good job pushing a team, but they want to get in. We're gonna see how this one plays out for them. They're taking their time, and again, this is one of the top teams. We know they can perform, but can they finish is a question. It's one of those things where players can perform, but can they finish? It's a really, really, really important topic to discuss. And he has these sentinels, so they're deciding to allow him to farm damage on that thing. And getting hit from the side, got to be very careful here. Again, Sagu has a chance to win. I am watching my second monitor, and I'm looking at Team Envy. They've been hiding out this whole game, guys. They're pretty much playing it safe and looking to win. So be careful with teams as well as Team Boz. Boz and Envy are both camping it out, while Sagu's out here farming some damage and in the fight. So super interesting. how cats are playing right now. And of course, those are the 3 teams that are eligible to win. Everybody else is looking to win. As you can see, Boz right here are hiding out in the bushes. It's hilarious. And hey, man, I mean, this is a strategical play from them, doing the right thing. You like what you see from them, not forcing a fight and just taking their time. The Brit boys can catch right back up. They have 42 points and they already got some eliminations. They might be at 50 on this game, but they have to extend it by eliminating the 3 teams that are eligible to win. So we will see Team Sad with 49 points, okay? And then Team SWAT with 20, but they can catch right back up with a couple of eliminations. As you can see, Envy right here at the edge of the map, not really into action, just taking their time. And Team Alpha I'm gonna go ahead and rotate around and see what we see here. Team Omega trying to make a move right now. Having some rough games, but they're in the middle of it now. And again, Team Sagyu's in the thick of it, deep into the ring, comfortable, not too worried for this next round. And they might be eligible. I mean, they might be in the best position because if the ring closes where they're at, they can hold this position all the way up to round 4. We gonna see. We gonna see. And Team Boz still hiding out in the bushes. They're still in the ring, but they're on the edge of the map here as far as the next ring goes. So they're gonna have to rotate shortly. That they're playing it safe, hoping to get this final win, ratting it out as best as possible. You love that. And guys, all these other teams are top tier material. They still have a chance. 9 teams left. And all they have to do is eliminate the 3 teams with 50 points. And then the rest of these guys will most likely reach that 50-point mark. All right. We will see. Normally these end in 2 to 3 hours, but if these teams can extend this further, it would be very interesting to say the least. But right now, we don't know. All right, so I'm just rotating around just to see where everybody is and what is going on. I like what I'm seeing right now. A Team Boz at the bottom of the map, just taking care of business, you know, down south, deep. This is a smart move for them to hold this position. I like it. And then you look at Team Envy sitting very comfortable in the center here on the high ground. The problem with this is that everybody wants this spot, so they're going to be fighting for it, but it's a good location, and it's possible for them to win it all from that spot too. But as I said earlier, Sagyu probably with the best position in the game. Everything is closing in where they are, so they don't have to move as much, and no rotating means less chance to get third partied or even to get hit at all. So they're very comfortable, and I'm sure they just want to farm some damage because they only have blue on. One of the things about camping in Apex is that means you can't pick up loot as much as you would like. So you got to farm damage. And I like this method here, swapping shields to allow the Sentinel to upgrade their armor as much as possible. And just perfectly strategic play right now, guys. And like I told you, these matches can turn into really solid placement style mentalities. People want to win the game, so they're trying to get first place, and Sagyu is playing to get first place. They're taking their time, farming the damage, and doing everything necessary. And that's exactly what you want from these guys. So far, so good by these guys. I love what I'm seeing. These points on this next game can be very, very critical if somehow teams find a way to eliminate the top teams. You see Boz right here. We're going to take a look, step out. They're on the edge of the map. Very, very smart, comfortable, in a great position. This isn't the best position, but it's basically away from everybody. They want to allow everybody on the map a chance to fight while they sit comfortable. And most teams are playing it smart and safe. They understand that they don't want to take the risk for the moment. So they're just playing it very cautious all over the map. And that's exactly what you want to see from these teams. And like I told you, the format I try to set up is where top teams will be worrying about placement. As you can see, Boz only up with 2 players, but they're rotating deeper into the ring and they have everybody in their sight. They're not in the best place. This is a very vulnerable spot, but it's actually very smart to hold the position like this and allow the other teams to fight for the god spots and to allow these other teams to continue to go at each other and then wait until the last fight to win it all. And you never know, this might be what they'll do, and it'll be a perfect setup on their part if they did do that. We're going to go ahead and rotate around and check in on some teams. Everybody again. Oh no, Team SWAT rotating into the ring, getting hit pretty hard, losing only down to their last player. Now they're going to have to survive this situation. A tough thing when they're by yourself. And Team SWAT is right there, man. They have 20 points and they could have continued to score here, give themselves a chance, but tough. Team Envy sitting comfortable in the ring and wanting to push back anybody that's going to try to rotate towards them. This is going to be the challenge, is keeping their high ground and position. As you see, they lost one of their players. Players go down, they didn't fully lose them, but very difficult situation. One Kraber shot, a nice sniper with a sentinel can really change things. All right, and right now I'm gonna go ahead and rotate around and look at some of these teams in the outer rims. It looks like Sagu still fully decked out and sitting very comfortable at the moment. That's what you want to see. And we're looking to see what's next for these teams right now. Again, it's somewhat of a waiting game, guys. This next ring is going to be very powerful. It's going to be a lot of action. It's going to be very crazy, to say the least, and I'm very excited about it. Let's see how it all plays out. I like where Horizon is. They can rotate into the ring, but they can gate everyone out also. So basically they'll keep control of that. If they stood there, and they see where multiple teams are, nobody's taking a fight right now and just holding their positions at this time. Talk about Apex at its finest. Most intense moments are right here, where you're deciding how we're going to do this. If you're in the ring, you just want to keep control of your position. If you're not in the ring, you got to decide how am I going to rotate? What is going to be my best setup? Like Boz right now will have to rotate into the ring in a couple of seconds as the ring closes on them. And then you have Team Envy still not in the ring as well. They're going to have to push deeper. And that's going to be interesting, to say the least. We're going to go ahead and take a look at Team Boz to start. But I believe Envy will be the first team to pick a fight, because they have 3 players and they're going to be ready to push. And we're going to go ahead and head over there to Team Envy. As you can see, they eliminated, staying alive somehow during this fight, taking out one of these players and doing a good job here using that portal, but putting his teammate on the outside of the ring could hurt, especially when it's round 5. So he might get eliminated here, guys. Wow, tough stuff. And now, folks, there's only 2 teams that are eligible to win. It looks like SAGU just might end up the winners here because they have a full team, while Team Boz only has 2 players. That is insane. And you talk about greatness, that's it right there at its finest. Team SAGU's very comfortable and confident in this position here. We can hold it for half of this time before the ring closes. And Team Boz in the middle of a fight now. They're going to have to take a full team and hope they can make it out. One of their players goes down, and now they're facing a team on the inside while a third team is pushing them on the outside. And Boz trying to survive this scenario. We'll see if he can make it. Beautiful triple take shots. I love this gun, but man, oh man, he is. And there it is. He almost has him. Doesn't get it. And ladies and gentlemen, only one team still eligible to win this tournament for this game. Game 5 right now. SAGU has a chance to win it all. Is it going to happen is the question. They're using the Revenant ult. They're going to push a team here. 5 teams left. They're going to go ahead and YOLO this situation and see if they can do some damage. And they do some damage. That's exactly what you want to see. Perfectly done so far. And man, oh man, great stuff by SAGU. I mean, they didn't fully eliminate a team, but they did put some work in and got somebody down. So they're comfortable right now. Shout out to them. The whole lobby should be focusing on this team. This is the team to beat. If they win and they get first place, it's game over, folks. There's only 4 teams left. Everybody else has a chance to catch back up, score big points, and get to 50 to win it all. We will see. And good stuff right here by the Brits. Perfectly done right now. I like what they're doing, being super aggressive and pushing the teams back. Once the ring starts closing, it turns into awkward fights because nobody has great positioning, so they have to take their time and do what's right. And it's looking really crazy right now, but it's a good setup so far for Brits. If they can just hold this last fight and then keep this high ground for the remainder of the game. Insanity at its finest. Team SAD down to 2 players. Horizon gets eliminated. Team Brits about to win it and take themselves to the 50-point mark. We might get a game 6, and there it is. The Brits put in work and shut the lobby down. Shout out to the British with a great win right there, coming through clutch and saving the tournament by allowing there to be a game 6, because they did not have 50 when they won this game. So now they most likely do, because they had 42 before this match, and they finally get back on the ball. Wow, what a game that was. Let's take a quick look at this grand finale here. There was a lot of great action, not just from the Brits, but the Brits were the one pushing the final fight with 4 teams left. They pretty much helped wipe out 2 separate teams in this fight. While teams were fighting each other, they were helping take some players down, and it was a really solid performance by them to be able to take control and bring this into game 6. Wow. Incredible stuff here. Very exciting. Very exciting. Very exciting. And they just played it smart and took their time and had their position. Amazing stuff by the Brits here. And we're literally still gonna keep on this tournament, guys. It's not over yet. We still got a lot of game left. The fact that we're going into a game 6, we haven't had a game 6 in a long time. So I'm very excited about it. Who would have thought this is what we'll get for this tournament? And to help y'all understand quickly, the way this works is pretty simple. Teams are using placement points and eliminations so that they can get to 50. When they reach 50, that's when they are in the match point system as far as the threshold to be able to win it all. Very simple. But after they reach 50, they got to get first place because you are at match point, but it takes one more game. And who knows how many teams already have reached 50. I can guarantee there's more than 5 teams that have reached 50. We're going to showcase the leaderboard shortly, but I just want to basically let you guys know that are watching. Hey man, show support, man. I need your love and support. We're building this brand and this organization when it comes to esports at its finest. We don't try to build teams. We allow you to build your teams, and we put together the best esports possible for you guys. So jump on board and enjoy with us. Okay, so with that in mind, I gotta double check to see if the scores are in, but I believe they will be done. Yes, they are. We're gonna go right into the next game right now as I show the stats, and here we go. Okay, so folks, this is a crazy game. So like I told you guys, stats isn't everything. We're not focused on who has the highest points. It's all about anybody that reaches 50 is eligible to win it all. Simple as that. We don't try to make it too complicated. Once you reach 50, you got to get first place. And all of these teams who had 50, like Boz, Sagu, and Envy, did not win that last game. So basically the lobby was saved, and we're moving into game number 6. I would have never thought we would make it this far, but we made it this far. And it's about to go down right now into game 6. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I hope you guys are enjoying. It's been a blast so far, and we're about to get started right now. Just give me a second, make sure the players are good to go, and we're going in less than 2 minutes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. We're about to get started. It is going down right now. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the grand finale. If you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Usually it ends by this time, but man, we're like in an overtime situation. And we're about to begin game number 6. Who would have thought? It's going down right now. Thank you guys for tuning in and rocking with us. It is literally game time. All right, so thank you so much. So just so we can see the stats, guys, this is crazy. You have Team SAGU, you have Boz, you have Brits, you have SAD, you have Envy, and Horizon, all eligible to win it all. They're literally all at 50. And that means that they got to get #1 overall to win. It's all that they need to do. It sounds easy, right? We gonna see. We're gonna see how easy it is when the matches start. All right. Thank you guys for watching, guys. We're kind of in the midnight hour as far as like the commentary's about to change, man. We're about to put some different vibes in here, man. No, but I thank you guys for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna keep it a little mellow for the last game here. I'm really excited about it, actually. The fact that these guys are in the mix right now, about to take care of business, is crazy. But I love what's going on, and it's gonna be a fun time to see what's happening. Just to remind people, the teams that are on the bottom of the bracket, I know you probably think, hey, they're not going to make it anywhere. Guess what? In game 6, every elimination is 6 points. So they can catch right back up in one game. That's how insane it is. But it's going to be hard to keep up with all of these teams. So feel free to check the kill feed while we play, because there's 6 teams eligible to win right now in this match. If they don't win, that'll be the craziest game I've ever seen. And I would tell you guys, I've seen a lot of games. We've hosted probably like 100 tournaments on Apex already. So it's very, very possible. So we're gonna see. All right. With that in mind, enough talk. Let's check out the actual action. All right, right now we're in game 6. It's just getting started. Some amazing teams in these events came out, put on a show for us. This is one of the better scenarios that we've seen in our tournaments consistently, when there's multiple teams eligible to win. Sometimes it's clear cut. There's always the top dog that'll just take the games. And then there's this scenario where there's just amazing performances where it goes back and forth and it changes nonstop. So going into game 6, it's anybody's game. It's anybody's chance to win it all. So very, very smooth, very, very lucky, and very, very, very important for these teams to catch back up. And Boz has had the most chances. This is why we're highlighting them at the start. They actually have had the most chances in this tournament since game 3, I think. They've been eligible. No, I'm lying. Game 4, they were eligible to win. So game 4, 5, and then now 6. That's 3 games they've had the chance to win, and they weren't able to. And that just shows you how difficult it is when you have great teams and you're competing against. So now we're gonna see what happens going forward with this team. Are they gonna somehow clutch it up? They were performing amazing first 3 games, and then they just couldn't close it out. So who knows how this will play out, but I'm super excited about it, because you want to have great performances regardless of who wins. For me as a host, that's all I care about. So what's pretty cool right now is that there's a lot of teams that are eligible to win. So when you look at Team Brits right here, they are eligible. They have over 50. And your Team SAD, aka SUD, SUD, They also eligible to win. SWAT esports are not, but they can catch back up. 6 points per elimination will give them a chance to catch right back up. So they have a chance. And then Envy, of course, they had a chance last game and they didn't do it, but they can do it this game. And then you look, Team Alpha's at the bottom of the bracket, but they can come back with these multiplier system that we have. All right. Omega as well as at the bottom of the bracket. They got to get more aggressive and score some points and go from there. And then, of course, the Lions. SAG-U has been incredible. Talk about a performance from them earlier on, and they just been dominating with the most points on the board, but they just got to close this out, and that's what matters most. Sometimes people get caught up in the flash, right? But there's got to get this closure, finish the job. This job's not done, in the great words of Kobe Bryant. With that in mind, Horizon is another team eligible to win. I just want to highlight Horizon for one reason. Their team captain has been in our first seasons, and he's been building his esports teams, and we really respect his efforts and passion, and believe right now, I mean, they might be showcasing their best games yet in these events. So it's literally anybody's game, to say the least. So should be fun and interesting to see how this all plays out. Of course, the teams start a little slow, gear up. This is a huge map. We've already eliminated most of the teams, and we're down to the final 9 here. So expect some special things going forward. And we're gonna go and take a quick look at Team Horizon as they rotate around. And I'm gonna give it a moment of silence so you guys can hear the game. Tell me about this audio. How do you feel about it? Does this sound good? All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am back. Just some quick audio check. And right now, Team Horizon is very comfortable and relaxed. Once again, this is the biggest map in all of Apex so far. Of course, you never know when a new map will come out, but this was a really big map, and it was really, really useful to explore it for the past couple of days and understand it thoroughly. So really excited to see cats utilize certain elements of it as we go. And right now, the Brit boys are farming the Prowler's wildlife, which is a good thing to do. You can get some really good upgrades off of that. Honestly, doing the Prowlers is better than the Spiders. Spiders is faster, so you can get attachments. But with the Prowlers, you can get some actual damage. Nothing crazy, but if you have a white shield, you're gonna able to get it to blue and do a little extra with that. So it could be useful. And these new things on the map is very interesting. We're gonna go ahead and rotate around and just see everybody's playing as smart and taking their time. I'm liking what Envy's doing here. trying to gate out any teams that are in that backside over there. And go ahead in the chat, tell me who you're simping. I'm seeing a lot of SAGU players in the chat. I like that. And as well, there's some Brit boys. I could dig it. Hey man, let me know who you are for and who you are with. And thank you for tuning in. You're welcome to join our tournaments. Head over to the Discord. It's free to enter. All you have to do is read the rules and then sign up. Any day that you're free to play, you can jump in. This is not a commitment thing where you got to play every day and be on all the time. You could just come on in on the days that you are free to join and get involved with these tournaments. This portion of me presenting it is basically trying to give you guys a showcase and highlight you as best as possible. And right now, that rampage, man, I won't lie to you guys. I love the rampage. It's just fun to use. You know, you feel like Rambo in one of his movies where he's just, you guys are probably too young to know who Rambo is, but he's a movie, an action hero in movies from the 80s and 90s, I believe. I mean, he made new ones too, but wasn't the same. The original one where he had two giant light machine guns. Insanity. And there's a lot of waiting and a lot of pacing. This is like intense Apex at its finest. So get ready. Again, this has lasted longer than it's supposed to, guys, which is awesome for the players as far as intense moments. And most important, every move you make, all your rotations, everything matters. And when you're playing in a tournament scenario, you're building confidence on how to beat other teams who are doing the same. So this is why it's important to play in these. You don't have to be the best player, but this is going to train you on how to react and act and fight against certain players. As you can see right now, SAGU loses one of their players, and one of their players goes down in this situation. And they're going to go ahead and try to revive them. They got to be very careful because the team is pushing, and there it is right there. Great shots. And it's from Team Envy, folks. One of the teams that are eligible to win are pushing back a secondary team, and that was a great push right there. It looks like Team SAGU's down to their last player. That is tough, guys. Very, very tough. And he is a Gibby, so he doesn't have the movement or escapability as other legends do. All he has is his bubble and possibly his ultimate to get out of there, but it's not going to be easy. He has a bigger hit marker and no way to just teleport like other players do or jump pad out like an Octane or anything like that. So he's going to see what he does, what his decision is here. He allowed his teammates to die. He's going to hold off here. He's just playing it smart. For all those rooting for SAGU, this might be their last game. You want to hope that nobody that has 50 wins and they can continue the tournament to game number 7. But honestly speaking, it's rare that I see 6 teams make it into the 50-point match point system and no one win. It's rare. These teams are too good and they're gonna go for it. As we see right now, actually, wait a minute, look at this. He does pick up one of his teammates. I would get out of there. Get one of your teammates and just go, because they are going to push you and you're going to be in deep trouble. Just back off, and they are pushing, and that's it right there, folks. Can he survive? Look at these shots raining off. Not enough with the flat line. Gets eliminated. Team Envy cleaning it up perfectly, and that gives them an even bigger chance to win it all. You talk about perfection at its finest. I love it. And it's going to be a really, really, really solid day today. Really love what I'm seeing by these guys taking care of business and doing their job. Now, don't get it twisted. They are not alone. There's a team right next door, Horizon, who can come in and attack them, but need to be careful. Omega as well is in the vicinity, so they see that Envy's in there, so they might actually go for this fight. And here it is. They're taking a couple shots at each other. No commitment to the fight yet, but interesting stuff. Envy has not decided to push this, but they just might. And look at this, an airstrike coming down from Valkyrie. Envy just taking control of this area. They're deep in the ring. They're very comfortable for the next round. So perfect positioning. Got to be very careful. Teams surrounding them can come at them. As you can see, Team Omega surrounding them at this moment, trying to make a push. And I love what I see. Multiple teams coming in right now, surrounding all of these teams. Team Alpha wants to get in on the action. Beautiful shots with the longbow, and luckily the person had a Wraith and getting herself inside. That was amazing visuals to see Wraith teleport herself. Just incredible. And right now, Team Alpha got to be very careful. There's a caustic inside of here, or at least his traps are in there. So we're gonna see how this plays out. Gonna go ahead and rotate around and just take a look. A lot of Raven Clan members. We have Team Boz as well. Top tier team still in the mix of this fight. The Brits as well, still in the mix of this fight. Very comfortable. You like to see that. Team Sad trying to get this done. Team SUD. I'm gonna call you Sudi. How about that, guys? We're gonna change their name, Sudi. So Team Sudi throwing in arc stars, and my favorite throwable right there. Sticking people with that is like legendary. And right now they're gonna go ahead, see if they can grab anything. And they got a really nice spot here. To me, this might be the best spot because it's harder to get to than some of the other ones. Other ones are very out in the open and easy to get through. And we're going to take a look at Team Envy's been in a fight ever since they landed here. And looking really good for Team Envy, just holding this spot. But the problem is they got two teams surrounding them, and they're going to have to rotate in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So figuring that out slowly. They're starting to push. I would have used my Valkyrie instead of walking through this valley of death, let's just call it, because anything can happen here. There's multiple teams just scrimmaging all over. Shots being popped off. Really solid stuff. Right now, Envy playing confidently. I love it. They eliminate another team and do a great job. The Raven Clan also get eliminated there by Team Envy. Man, oh man, Envy is on fire. They might have this momentum. Now, they don't want to be too confident and push the place. The chat said that they do know who Rambo is. Thank God. But right here, Envy's pushing up and actually taking the fight. And not playing scared. They know they got to rotate, so they're doing it early and not waiting until the last minute to kind of just be stuck. And this is a solid move by them. Honestly, saving that Valkyrie ult might come in clutch a little later. I would have used it at that moment to get the best high ground, plus scout the area and see where everybody is. One of the best things about Valkyrie is getting in the air just to see where teams are. Oh no, Envy just walked into it. They might be in big trouble right now. One of their teammates is all by himself. He's getting scanned and he gets hit with an ult. And look at this. Shots rained off. Is that a rat that they just found? I think it is, folks. Beautiful stuff right here. Oh, no. It isn't a rat. He has a teammate. Great shots being ran off. Wow. Team MB, top tier, as you can see. Also, kill leaders. Just dominating right now, but getting one of their players down. The fourth ring, you don't want to be stuck in the ring and die to it. And they will die to the ring there, folks. One of their players goes down. Team Boss helping that situation out, doing a really solid job. This is great premium gameplay by these teams. I love what I'm seeing. And we're going to rotate around for a second. Team Envy gave us a lot of good actions. That ending wasn't good. The team split up, but overall was a great performance by them so far. The question now is, what teams can win? We have Horizon still eligible, Boz still eligible, Sad still eligible, and that is it. 4 teams left. 3 of them can win it all. Craziness, folks. Let's see how this plays out, man. Oh man, I'm excited. Here it is. Can Team Sudi, that's what we're gonna call him. Can Team Sudi, I don't want to call him Sud or Sad. We're gonna call him Sudi. Can Sudi get it done and win this event? They have performed very well, and they actually have 83 points. Points don't matter after 50, but they do have 83 points, and now they're just here dominating. So we're gonna see how this plays out in the long run. They're doing a good job pushing teams back. There's only 2 teams left, and it's looking like this is it. We're gonna get a winner of the tournament. Only 3 teams left. Team Horizon, Team Baz, and Team Sudi. That's what we're gonna call them today, guys. They're all eligible to win it all. Haven't seen a Kraber throughout the whole tournament, man. That would have been nice to see at some point. And right now, Sudi seems to have a tough spot because they're gonna have to rotate around while Team Horizon is sitting decently comfortable in their position. You can continue to spam. Sudi and Boz is on the backside of all of that, allowing them to fight. They're gonna push for this third party scenario. There's only 50 seconds left. This is gonna get extremely crazy in this next play. We're gonna see how it works out for these teams. Super interested. Shots being rained off, nothing officially. Now they're committing to the fight, and here it comes. Sudi already down one of their players, about to push the pace here and try to finish it. And they're doing a really good job, but they will get third party, guys. Here it comes. Boz looking for the win. They might take it all. This could be it right here, folks. It's about to go down. Amazing stuff by Team Boz. Beautiful shots being ran off. Perfect game, set, match. Team Boz with the win. Love what I'm seeing. This team had a chance since game 4, and they did not get it done. And now they finally found a way to win it all. Beautiful performance by these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, you just watched greatness. Let's take a quick look and replay the last seconds here. So what happened, there was only 3 teams left. Boz was doing the right thing. They backed off, allowed the 2 teams to engage. And when you do that, you're giving yourself the best possible chance to win it all. And that's what they did. They did not force the issue and try to get into the fight. They waited until the right time. And this is critical in Battle Royale, where third partying is going to help you win more games. And it was a great time. Amazing performance by them, and it was top tier stuff all around. They had a great tournament. Now don't get it twisted, they got resistance in game 4, But the way they closed this out was more than enough to tell you these guys are for real. And we're going to see them in the majors at some point. That's going to be insane to see how they perform against the top teams going forward in the future. These were qualifiers and everybody's eligible to enter, but it was the end. As you can see, let's watch this finale here. All of them synergizing together, pushing, letting each other know there's only 2 players left. Let's go after them, finish them off, and pretty much cleared it up, got aggressive, and shut it down. Team Boz, Night Crew, really did their job and got it done for us to enjoy drastically. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are about to just close the night off, but before we do, I want to say thank you to the viewers for watching. I'm going to go ahead and show the leaderboards and just break some stuff down in a minute, but I want to give some shout outs before I do. Make sure the scores are updated and everything's going on. First of all, thank you to every single player that played today for our qualifiers. We have another one Saturday, and it's literally a charity event for everybody. So get yourself involved and in a part of it for children's hospitals, raising money for them. With that under the way, everybody watching, thank you so much. Feel free to follow, like, and subscribe and do all that good stuff. I'm live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, Twitter. I'm on Instagram live right now. I'm literally live on every platform you can think of all around the world. My people in Asia with the translation, I hope the translation's okay. Sometimes it's a little crazy, but I love you guys. Thank you, Japanese folks, for making a PlayStation, Nintendo, and all the cool animes you've made. But with that in mind, out of the way, I want to congratulate Team Bots Night Crew for destroying the lobby. Actually, they had a hard time. They got to 50 points before game 4. They could not finish. We went multiple games. It was a wild ending. It was a lot of fun. They really came out and showcased it. So it was a brand new team that just came out, and you never know if you see these guys in the ALGS at some point doing great things. Okay, so with that out of the way, thank y'all so much. We're gonna go and look at the scoreboards once they're done. So we're all set with the scores. I'm going to go ahead right now and put them up. I just double checked, made sure the scores were solid. And these scores are not just for display. All right, go ahead and take a screenshot and be excited about what you've done here. It wasn't easy. For all the other teams, you guys performed extremely well. You really went out of your way, performing really good stuff. Only can have one winner, which is Boz, but the top 3 teams, which is Boz, Sagu, and Brits, all get considerations. And those teams like Sagu and Brits can possibly enter in pre-majors qualifier also. So they get a second chance on top of being able to consistently play in our qualifiers. They'll get a second chance at the end of the year before the majors start. So anybody entering the top 3 will get a second chance to get in. The team that made it in guaranteed is Team Boz, and that is a great performance and great stuff from everybody. Everybody on this platform did a good job. All these teams, the teams you thought were at the bottom, as you saw, the Raven clans came back up from the bottom of the barrel all the way up to the top with it. By the end of the tournament, it was an insane run by them, and they did a really good job killing it. And it was a really good time, to say the least. And we're going to continue. Saturday is going to be a special day. It's going to be a little bit of more meaningfulness in what I will be presenting. And I'm going to try to, break it down on Friday, explain the charity event. But basically, we're still going to run the tournament just like we did today, but with more focus on the charity. All right. So feel free to help with that, support that, and to go further with that. All right. I thank you guys so much. We're just getting started again with our season and with everything. So it's really nice to have your support and love, and appreciate every single one of you that's been on board for this. And it's just getting started. Tell your friends to come on in, to sign up. We allow anybody to enter. We're not going to restrict who enters. So whether you're the best or the worst, you can enter. It's up to you to go against these amazing teams and compete. Okay, with that in mind, one last look at the schedule just so you can know what exactly to expect. This Saturday, same time, we have the charity event. It's a very important and big one. So thank you for that. Appreciate the subs, and I appreciate the follows. Thank you guys so much. But yeah, so this Saturday, and then next week on Tuesday and Thursday and Friday next week, 3 days, we'll have more qualifiers. So pretty much you can consistently get qualifiers for you and your teams. Try to get into these majors. All right, this is your chance. All of November, you got a lot of events in November. That's a lot of time given to you guys. So just head to the Discord and you can get yourself in on the action. Okay, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys in the chat, man. I see you all sending me love, man. I appreciate it. It's hard work, man. It's hard work, trust me. But I appreciate y'all. It's been an honor and a privilege as usual. I'd like to thank the main person who helps me out. The only person who helps me out for these tournaments is See the One You Envy, aka Envy, who runs the leaderboards for us, guys. She basically controls the leaderboards. On game day, she'll get on 30 minutes before, and she'll just run the leaderboards and make sure everything runs smooth. And as you saw, everything ran smooth when it comes to the leaderboards and the stats. So we got more in store for y'all on Saturday. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. We here for the long run, and we appreciate y'all coming out, man. It's been a good time. All right, thank y'all so much. Peace, love, and happiness. Stay blessed, y'all.